10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all. Let's see who in here. Miss Lady T, first one in here. Yes, hit the like button. Tammy Farrell, hey. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Welcome to Sky Life, everyone. My name is Sky Life. I am your host. Shout out to the faithful subscribers. Shout out to the moderators. And if you're new, welcome. Today, we are talking all about the R.Kelly case. Okay. That's the topic for today. Earlier, when I was on a live, there was a lot of conversation. It's better. All is getting better, Tammy. Thank you for asking. It's getting better. You know, I took me a mental health day yesterday, and I'm back. Okay. Sometimes you just gotta take a little break. You know what I'm saying? But I'm back. All is well. Um, I was on the live earlier on our channel by Angie, and it was a couple people on the panel. Okay, and I want to. I had to get off of the live, but I want to say my piece now. They thought we conceded, or they thought I conceded. Um, However, that is not the case. We keeping our foot on the gas. Okay, until we run out of fuel. All right. And then when that happens, we're going to go to the gas station and get some more fuel. We keeping our foot on the gas. Okay. It is not ever going to be a situation where they're going to convince me in regards to certain instances in this case. Okay. And the topic that we were talking about early is text messages in between the star witness, Azriel, and her mother. Okay. Now, for those of you who are not aware, there was some text messages that came out, which I just described. They were entered into evidence by the government, and basically, after reading those text messages, it is proven that R. Kelly is not guilty of the things that he has been charged with. Just more proof and validation that he is not guilty of the things that he has been charged with. Nita B was good. So, with that being said, I made a point. I left the point on the table, and I'm coming back to the point. Okay. Never did I concede, and uh, I'm right. I'm not wrong. Okay. Ain't nothing made up. These are part of the facts of the case, and this is based on what we read. I used and I'm not even done with the text messages. I used reading comprehension, which is what learning what about fifth grade, okay, and came to the conclusion that we were discussing. So this is it. Um, in regards to the text messages now, and also with the case, and I guess we will have to add the transcripts as well. There was a point in which, okay, so let me give a little summary for the people who might be new, might not be aware. Um, R. Kelly was one of his charges was sexual exploitation of a minor, and he was charged federally, which means that the age of consent is the age of 18, and anybody that he engages with under the age of 18 puts him in a situation of being guilty. Okay, the young lady, the star witness, was like 17 and 2.5 months from being 18. Now, her parents allowed her to um, meet him at a concert. Long story short, a phone number was given to Azriel. Azriel gave the phone. This is all her testimony. Okay, she gave the money. The phone number to her parents, and her mother started texting R. Kelly. She states she tried to text him, couldn't contact him, but somehow when the mother texted him, she had the ability to connect and establish a communication with him via text messages. Okay, so in the text messages, it showed that the mother um, was trying to communicate with him to get her daughter to have an audition with him. We don't know how it got to the point of sexual talk, but allegedly, R. Kelly told the mother, thinking that he's talking to the young girl, that he wanted to fuck. Okay, so in the text messages, it was shown that um, the mother tells the daughter that, okay, he wants to fuck. However, I'm trying to turn it around. Okay, and basically make it business. So, with all that being said, they continued to communicate. She had the daughter FaceTime with him, just basically to double down that it was, uh, to basically trick him and having him think that he was communicating with Azriel when he was really communicating with the daughter. So, she had her daughter do a FaceTime with him. After that, there was a plan for a quote unquote audition at a hotel. Okay. Now, the problem comes in where the text messages and other lives that we were on, there is questionable. Okay, the daughter also testified in court to one story. The text messages present another narrative, and then other lies that the parents have done. Also, in the documentary, there was they that gave a whole different explanation on what occurred and when it occurred. So we have multiple things, narratives that are being told at different times and different situations. So the mother also, after reading the text messages, knew the previous allegations, and the previous accusations in regards to Kels liking young girls, um, marrying Aaliyah, the P tape, all the stuff that y'all like to say and all the stuff that y'all like to argue. Regardless of what, we knew that she was aware of his mental state. The mom knew that he was childlike, that he likes young girls. She was telling her daughter to dress a certain way, act a certain way, not to look grown, you know, uh, present yourself in a certain way, dance for him, sit on his lap. You see what I'm saying? Basically, the mother is the one that has been proven to have done the enticing. Okay. And the mother is the one that uh, started the communication, knew about the previous allegations and accusations against Kels, and his history. And knowing all of that, she sent her daughter anyway to have an audition with him. Okay. Now, the daughter testifies in court that at this said audition at a hotel, you guys, she states that they have some type of sexual encounter on that particular day. After that occurs, she states that her parents allow her to travel with him. Okay, so this young lady was 17 and like I said, about 2.5 months away from being 18. And her mother lets her meet him alone for an audition at a hotel. And then she allows her to travel with him. Okay. All this is from what I saw on the timeline. This is all occurring within the first couple of weeks in which she met him. Okay. So it comes down to my point in this case. Okay, well, let me go forward. So after she travels with him, she later um I don't want to say it like that. Like I damn gonna say it like that. So she later turns 18 and she stops communicating with her parents, and at this point she's living with him. But prior to that, she was still spending significant time with him uh prior to the time that she turned 18. So with that being said, no, I still have to go back here. Okay, so there was a she's still in high school. Okay, so she had to go back to high school. And this is, but now don't forget, she was still living with him and traveling with him during this time. So there comes to a point where she has to tell Kels her true age. Okay, her parents told her to lie to her mother told her to lie to him about her age. Okay, and while you're reading the text messages, all of this stuff is occurring. All this information is coming out. She is like, it's gonna be a problem. You need to go ahead and tell him your age because it's gonna be a problem once you do. So it gets to the point where the star witness Azriel tells him that she is 17 and not 18. Now, Azriel then testifies that R. Kelly gets this information. He smacks her. Okay, she testifies that he smacked her, and she they were at the zoo, so she kind of ran off and hid, and then later on came back to the Sprinter van. Okay, she comes back to the Sprinter van, and they have a conversation. At that time, Kel sends her home to her parents. Okay, now she testifies that Kels told her to go home and convince her parents to uh, get a letter and give permission for her to come back. This is what she testifies to, which is neither here nor there, because if the young lady is 17, she is still a minor. She is still under the dominion of her parents. She is still under the guidance of her parents, and Kels has no authority to make them send her back. Okay, so it turns out whatever Azriel did, went home, told her parents whatever she told them. They create a letter. Okay, they create a notarized letter that she is supposed to go with a young lady that supposedly works for Sony. Writes out a statement that she's supposed to be with a young lady named Valerie Payton under her care and parental guidance, and sends her back to R. Kelly. Okay. Now, people want to play with the words and they want to try and misconstrue the facts of the case, whatever. Okay. The bottom line is whether she was sent with Boo Boo the Fool or Bozo the Clown, got a letter saying she going with Bozo the Clown. The bottom line is she was going to work with R. Kelly. Okay. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So that's neither here nor there who the letter was wrote to say she was under their guidance. They knew that she was supposed to be quote unquote uh working with Kels and on a song, whatever. That was the whole thing. She's supposed to be working with him to try and get a song done. And that's the reason why the parents, well, I can't even say that's the reason why. We don't know why they sent her back, but that's supposed to be the, how should I put it, what they want us to believe, why they sent her back into this situation. Okay. Now, of course, they trying to use Valerie Payton, this young lady, as a scapegoat. Neither here nor there. Valerie Payton is not the king of R&B. She not making no records. She not doing no songs. None of that. Okay, she still have to work with R. Kelly. Now, let me say this. I already said it, but I'm gonna say it again. In the text messages, we were clearly aware that the mother knew about prior allegations of Kale's liking young girls, and engaging in the S word with him. Okay, she was aware of that. So my question that I pose to everyone, okay, and I'm gonna pose it again, and I'm leaving it on the table because I want to answer. I'm not gonna let people to continue to try to go around it to say um, the timeline is messed up. We don't know when he had sex with her. That's not the point. The point is, why did the parents or the parent send her daughter into a situation where she was clearly aware of the possibility of danger? Okay. I'm not even going to put the word of actual activity in there, because that's under question. That's in question now, because now we really, outside of the girl's testimony, which is not aligning with the text messages, that's questionable when she actually engaged in actual activity with him. Okay. And I want people to stop and think. If you knew that this man is childlike, you knew his current allegations, his history, uh, that he had previous charges in which he was acquitted for child pornography, why would you send your daughter into this situation? Okay. Now, also on the text messages, it came to the revelation that, she was having problems with her husband. They were having marital issues. There was a possibility that they were separated. But basically, the mother was stating about how she, you know, wants her daughter to be in a good situation. Basically, um, putting her daughter with R. Kelly to basically put her daughter in a better situation, also including the parents will have a benefit of that situation as well, because they wanted to be employed by him. Okay, even though he turned down the requests um, and the projects that they presented to him, that was appeared to be their goal. Okay, and why she did it, but we really don't know. But my question is this: if you know, as a parent, this man's prior allegations and activities with young women, liking young women, having actual activity with them, whatever it is, okay? Why would you send your daughter back in that situation? And that's my question that I'm putting on the table and I'm keeping on the table. And somehow nobody is able to answer that. None of the people that are in opposition to Kels are able to answer that question. Okay. They want to go all around it. Well, once he sent her back, he shouldn't have had X with her. We don't know when that occurred. If that occurred, we don't have any of that information. Okay. But at the same time, he's being charged with coercion, inducing, and enticing a minor. When we read the text messages, it totally comes out to be something completely different. Okay. The mother was the one putting the daughter in position to entice him. She even uses the word and says entice him. Now, I haven't forgot. I am still gonna read those text messages. So I mean, a lot of you guys probably already heard them, but I need to read them for myself so I could process them and just stay current in the case. But I really want to know, what do you guys think about that? because they could say after the fact he should have sent her back. Why did he take her back? And, but it doesn't follow him. She was a minor and she was under the guidance and parental guidance of her parents, and her parents sent her back into this quote unquote allegedly dangerous situation with a predator. Okay, why? Why would you do that? Was what you were trying to gain in the situation more important than your daughter engaging in grown folks activities with this man? I mean, I really want to understand people's point of view on this, because nobody has been able to argue this. I mean, I've heard people attempt to try to, you know, squash my point, but it is yet to happen. Nobody's come up with a relevant reason as to why that occurred. And I'm gonna keep it, and I'm not letting up. I want to know. Hey, Elvira, Chi Town, what's good, Chi Town finest? So, um, also we had a situation where, oh my God, this was so stupid. Like, I don't even know if I should address it, but it was some chick that tried to say R. Kelly, um, the appeal is going to be denied because R. Kelly didn't admit to marrying Aaliyah, and even his attorney knew that he didn't admit to it. I mean, totally off base, totally off kilter. I mean, some people just are just way off point. Okay, the bottom line is this: R. Kelly at the time had multiple uh pending cases. Okay, he had the Minnesota case coming and he had the Chicago case coming. So, uh with that being said, he's not about to admit to anything. Why would he, in his first trial, admit to engaging in marrying Aaliyah and doing some type of nefarious act with Aaliyah and mess up, or because these charges run together, so whatever happens in the first case, they can use that as evidence in the next case. Okay, so let's not get it twisted. So that whole point was shut down, and um it's just some people just come up with the stupidest things, you guys, like, but all out of the hate for Kels. No rational thinking being done, no critical thinking being done, just rambling stupid stuff off their lips just to find a reason to make a statement. And even in the situation of Aaliyah, there was no, let's say he does marry her, even though you can't marry a minor, so I still don't even know how we even get into that point. But they trying to say he married her, as and that's supposed to prove that he had ex with her. That doesn't mean that. If he married her, marriage is a marriage. That doesn't prove any type of actual activity or nefarious acts or anything like that. I mean, we can infer, but that doesn't mean that it happened. And plus, the whole charge with Kels when it came to Aaliyah was obstruction. He wasn't charged for marrying Aaliyah. Stupid. I'm saying it's just some people just come up with the stupidest things that just to try and make a point against Kels, but it's not even a valid point. Kels was not charged with marrying Aaliyah. It was a charge of obstruction and the bribery. Like, what is, my God? I'm sorry, it was bribery, not obstruction, bribery. Let me see what Chi-Town's saying. She said, I thought he kept her to save her from her dad. She told RSK her mom let her dad come back in the house. If we talk about same fam. Um, no, my question is, um, Aaliyah was thrown in to the government to make it look like he had long history of what they want. Absolutely. They definitely using her in the timeline. Okay, that's absolutely happened. I'm speaking in regards to once Azriel told Kels she was 17, he sent her back home to her parents. Okay. Her parents then, remember, Chi-Town, wrote that letter out saying that she was supposed to be under the parental guidance of Valerie Payton, who we never saw testified in court. We've yet to see this lady or hear from this lady, but that's what the letter was wrote to say, who her daughter was supposed to be under the parental guidance of Valerie Payton. Okay. All as a smokescreen to try and act like they didn't send her back to Kels. You see what I'm saying? They want us to believe that she was hanging around with Valerie Payton. Now let's take this even further. Even in the text messages, did we see anything about Azriel saying, "Yeah, well, me and Valerie Payton are going to the mall right now. Valerie just bought me something to eat, so I'm just sitting here waiting for her to bring me something to eat." No, we didn't see none of that. We saw her saying, "Kels is gone. He's performing somewhere, and I'm sitting here by myself." You see what I'm saying? She's not saying I'm sitting here with Valerie Payton. Like, none of it adds up, people. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. They don't have no sugar in it. Stop it. I mean, I want somebody to show me where it says me and Valerie is doing something. She just took me to the studio to work with Chaos. I mean, come on, let's just stop it. So that's what I'm referring to, Chi-Town. My question is, once R. Kelly sent her home, her mother knew R. Kelly's previous allegations and accusations, prior court date, and charges of child pornography. And my question is, why did they send her daughter back into this situation that was supposed to be so monstrous, in which her daughter was being mistreated and not fed, and all these other horrible things that were happening? Why would she send her back to that? Huh? That's my question that I'm putting on the table. She said, "My coworker, older guy, just told me his dad married his mom when she was 14, already had two kids by his 25-year-old dad." Now, how he do that? In Illinois? When she was 14, I already had two kids by him. Because now I do know, as a minor, you can get married, what do they call it? With religious, for religious reasons, or it's something like religious reasons, but there has to be, the parental consent and some other things have to be done in order to do that. Oh, congratulations to my buddy Pookie from the village. He is 64 and his 31-year-old girlfriend just gave birth to that beautiful bundle of joy. Nothing will be said about the age difference. Facts. Nothing will be said. So, um, let me see what else was said. I can't think of nothing else, but I just came on here tonight. Let me put the link in here and see if y'all want to come up. Um, Copied. I just wanted to come on here and say that I have not conceded. My point still stands. My question still stands. And now why? And this, let me say this too, because this is what the issue was. The issue was that the parents cannot consent to him having sex with her. Okay, parents cannot consent to their minors having engaging in sex. Okay, so while the mother never directly said in the text messages have sex with him, she did put her daughter in position with him. She told her to entice him. She told her to dance for him. Told her, you better give him a massage. You better make sure he remembers you or he's going to find somebody else. Um, I can't think of the other stuff she was saying, but all inappropriate things for a mother to be saying to their minor daughter, okay, in regards to a celebrity. Okay, not only that, you allowed your daughter to spend nights with him, okay? And then after spending nights with him, and all this came out in a text message, you guys. After spending nights with him, you allowed her to travel with him, okay? And this is all prior to this whole Valerie Payton incident. Let's not get it twisted. Let's stick to the timeline. And I'm not taking y'all nowhere else but to this case, but to the facts of this case. That's all. They sent her back. Chi-Town.
Hey Sky, hey Sky, hey Miss Lady T, and
What's going on?
everybody in the chat. No, I was saying, Sky, that it was. I heard in these YouTube streets a couple of years ago. I never knew if it had facts to it. So this is allegedly. Allegedly, when do you go by code names with these people?
You talking about
With,
the parents?
yeah, I'm from.
You can say
Okay,
their names
allegedly.
when we talking about them, but everybody else use code name.
Okay, allegedly, as was sent home when Mr. Kelly found out her real age. Allegedly, she contacted him very upset and irate because Mr. Clary had just recently got out of jail. Now, this allegedly,
Okay.
and the mother allowed him back into the house. He didn't as one comfortable in the house with him because allegedly past sexual abuse from him to her. Now that's allegedly. I don't know if it's true, but I heard this in these YouTube streets,
But was it in the
and
text
they saying
message?
that's why
Did we
Mr.
have
Kelly
any?
let her back. Hmm?
I'm saying, did we have any? Was that in the text messages? Like what time
No, it was
text
spoke
messages?
on in the streets. I can't remember what channel. This was a couple of years ago.
Okay, then yeah, I can't go by it. Yeah,
Right.
we
That's why I
need to
said this is
have.
allegedly.
Yeah, we need to over here. We need to have some type of
Hmm.
foundation. But let's look at what Elvira said. She
Okay.
did, and this is a fact. She spoke on grandkids, and you have to have X to for that to happen, and that's a fact. She
That's
sure
facts.
did talk about grandkids. I forgot about
That's
that.
facts.
And she was saying
That's
my
facts.
son-in-law is gonna be older than me.
But you right, but you don't tell a minor, quote unquote, a minor to entice
Mhm.
a grown man.
Thank you.
A female enticing a man, that's
Yes.
all the S word. You looking
Yes.
for the S word. If you
Yes.
enticing him, you're inviting him to the S word.
Yes.
And
And
what I
that's
was
why.
saying, I don't
Mhm.
mean to get off subject, but I want to clarify what I was saying. Okay, well, I got a coworker that's a much older guy. He in his like late 60s, early 70s.
Mhm.
He was me and him. He always asking me about R. Kelly because everybody know I support Rob.
Okay.
And he was just asking me about R. Kelly. And he, in during the conversation, he was like, "Yeah, my daddy gave my mama two babies before he married her, and she was 14 when he married her, and my daddy was 25." So I, that's why I said
And you
that. So I
said this
just
was
want.
in he was in the 70s?
He's 70. He about 70. I don't know his age. He look about 70.
Okay, but this
Um,
happened like back in the day.
yeah, this back in the day. This back in the
Yeah.
day.
Okay.
See, let
Yeah.
me say this too. I want to say this. This stuff came from the South. Okay,
Yes.
it goes back to slavery
Yes.
when the master was sleeping with us at 9 and 10 years old. Okay,
Yeah.
now when, like for instance, Mr. Kelly at in North Carolina, guess what, Sky? Do you know their age of consent used to be 14? They just recently changed to 16.
Yes,
So
it's multiple, and there's some states that don't have one at all.
exactly. So I'm just saying the South don't care about that. In the South, what them Clarys, what the parents doing, I believe that's how the South was. They really want to give their daughter away because they believe in that giving my daughter away stuff in real life. They believe in giving their daughter away to somebody that can provide for her.
I'm in agreement with that.
You
I
see
mean,
what I'm saying? They don't look at no age. It's about who can provide for her.
and I mean, we going based on the facts of the case. It happened.
Exactly.
She was with him. Okay, and it was not against they consent or will. I mean, based on what we seeing, that's not what we saw.
Right.
Okay,
It
so
wasn't. And I thought that's how it used to be back in. I mean, like I thought that as long as the parents consent to the relationship, it's not criminal.
well, that's not criminal. The part where it gets criminal is the X. You see what I'm saying? When that
Yeah, right.
starts happening,
But come
it,
on, are we stupid though? Are we stupid though? How are you having any type of relationship with no S involved?
oh Lord, look who we done woke up. Shot Town.
Who is
Right,
that?
Town.
Who is
Yo,
that?
yo, yo, yo.
It's wait a minute, because I
That's
ain't
who it
talked to
is.
him in a long time. I
He been
know this ain't
hiding from
Mr.
me.
Keller.
He
That's
ain't
who it
called me
is.
or nothing. He been hiding from me.
Mr. Keller, you been acting funny, huh?
Hey, you know, I act funny every now and then.
Don't come over here with no mess now.
Nah,
Right.
nah.
What you talking about, Kelly? How
I'm
you
just
been?
playing with you, Mr. Keller. You know that.
How you doing? What's going on?
Man, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
I just came. I saw you. You know, was in here preaching this bullshit. So I'm just, I'm coming in here.
Didn't I just tell him don't come over here messing with
That
us?
damn bullshit.
Okay, so what say you then? Answer my
Mr.
question.
Keller, I don't feel like debating tonight. I just don't feel like the debate.
Oh, don't worry,
Yeah, I'm done debating. I'm
You
I
done
gonna
got
debating.
you
you.
gonna get him, Sky. You get him.
So,
All
Kelly,
right.
tell me what say you? Why did the mother send? Okay, let me get you. You might want both of them in there. Why did the parents send her back into this p word and this monster? And let me give you the rules. Don't say the p word. Don't say the X word too much. Okay, or the R word at all. Okay,
And I
you.
would like to know if Mr. Keller heard what I said allegedly.
I literally just came in here. I don't
Oh,
know
okay.
what's going on. I
Okay, you
just,
didn't hear.
I mean, I heard like the last 5 minutes.
Okay, so go ahead, Shot Town. Tell them what you said.
I do okay. A couple of years ago, I heard in the YouTube streets. I can't remember who channel. I can't remember what vlogger, but I remember that it was said, and I might got it a little wrong, but it was similar to when she told Mr. Kelly her real age. He's supposed to slapped her, sent her home, and she called him crying and begging to come back because her mom allowed her dad back into the house who was sexually abusing her. And that's why Mr. Robert Kelly allowed her to come back. So did you hear that?
It's my first time ever hearing that.
Well, I heard it. I
And
don't know
plus,
where
for
I
that
heard
to
it
be
from.
true, let's just take that deeper. And this is what people try to do. R. Kelly had no control over that situation. The parents had to consent to her going back to him. So it doesn't matter what she
Facts.
called and told him, they still had to create a tangible letter to give consent to send her back. He had no control over that. You see what I'm saying?
Send her
Facts.
back to him or to Valerie.
To him. Okay, now let's not play the game. That's why I'm glad you said that. I don't care if the letter said to go to Valerie. The bottom line is she was sent back to work with him. Okay, she won't
Right,
work with
but
Valerie
under
today.
what under what
Well, it came out that there was no such thing as a Valerie. That was all
uh,
alleged and fake.
right
Show me
right
any
but
proof in the text message where she mentioned, I'm here with Valerie. She's taking me to get something to eat.
well
I'm
the text
waiting on her.
messages is not going to show 100% of everything that went on.
Why not? I mean, I agree. I agree. I get that.
Because the text message is only from to a couple months actually.
Right. But within
So
those months,
But
like
that's the
you just
foundation,
said,
Mr. Keller. That's the
hold on.
foundation, though.
So hold on. So when you get to Valerie, we don't even the text messages end in June. What this the text the to go back to Valerie is well after these text messages. So you're not going to see that. It's just it is what it is.
But where's Valerie? Nobody's seen or
I
heard
know
from.
my point
I
exactly.
heard
Nowhere.
Mr. Savage say that's fake.
Yeah, that is fake. Valley was just used to get what needed to be done. As the Valley was no longer in the picture. But was this was this done under the false assumption that you're going to be under the care of Valerie, and in actuality, shit, we don't even know if Valerie is a real person.
We don't. And my question to you is, Kelly, why do you think the parents, after she supposedly told Kel she was 17, he smacks her and sends her back home?
Mm.
Why do you think the parents sent her back into that situation?
To Valerie,
Whoever. Valerie.
because they wanted to start them for their daughter.
So, okay. So with that being said, do you think at that time they knew that she was having sex sex with him? Do you think that
Uh,
they knew that she was engaging with him at that point?
it's a possibility that they probably had an idea, but not confirmed.
So would you say that you
And
think
the
that
reason
they cared?
and the reason I say that is because, say it again.
I said, so in saying that, do you think that they cared about her even doing that, or
I,
was the goal to
I
get her
think
with
they
him?
turned me personally. I believe that they ignored a lot of things that was red flags.
Uh-huh.
That was blank. I mean, that was blunt in their face in order for their daughter to get started.
I respect that.
I don't think they ignored it. I think they didn't care.
I respect that too. I respect that because
They was living off of by any means
Could be,
necessary
could
laws.
be. They probably didn't care.
Whatever you got to do to get this deal, do it.
that's what I
Right.
Entice
thought.
them.
And I was
Entice them. That's
I was
telling him
trying
to
to see
sleep
if
with them.
anybody
If
really
you tell your daughter to entice them, you might as well say, get in the bed with them.
and I was trying to see if anybody else agreed with me because that was my statement. I feel like the goal was to get her with him by any means necessary. If that happens, then it happens. As long as you get with the king of R&B, we don't care what you got to do it. That's how I felt. It went down.
Well, if that happened, I'll just keep like I always said. All that means is they need to go to jail with him. That'll absolve him from anything.
Yeah, we discussed that. It would be an indictment, but well, see, this is the problem. Okay, we discussed that too. It would be an indictment with the parents and Kels,
Co-defendants.
but at that point, this is my point right here with that. The prosecution never should have brought her as a witness, knowing
Why?
these text messages were at play.
But when you read
Wait,
the
wait,
when
let
you
me
read,
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. And in saying that, the way that they did it, due to prosecutorial discretion, okay, and they did that throughout the whole case. They didn't charge the people in the RICO that were guilty, and they also didn't charge these parents that were guilty of the same charge. But they had to do that because they wanted Jane Doe as a witness. And in order to do that, they did not charge the parents. They wanted to look like all the guilt and enticement was on Kels. Furthermore, they even blocked where the only the part of the text messages that they wanted to be admissible were admissible, people. Okay, I don't know if you guys knew that. Only part of the text messages were
Oh,
admissible
yeah.
that
Hmm.
convicted Kels. The exculpatory evidence was admissible. The exculpatory evidence was not. Okay, I want to put that on the table. Go ahead, Keller.
um, the if you look at the indictment and even in the jury instructions, when they charged him, it was they say on or around September and October.
You're right.
So that has nothing to do with these text messages. The
But
text
see,
messages, hold on. The text messages is from April to June.
It don't matter.
What?
The text
Hold
messages
on.
prove their involvement.
The text messages have nothing to do with the charges that because they're charging him on what happened after that, not during that, not before that. It says on roundabout October or September. The text messages end in June.
Okay, I don't see your point. What's the point you're making?
The point I'm making is uh the text messages has absolutely nothing to do with his charges.
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay,
Because
explain how.
the text messages contradict her timeline that she
If we
gave in which the events occurred. Her
okay,
testimony
so
was one thing, and the text messages revealed other
so
things.
if we talking about the timeline, let's stay with the timeline.
Okay.
If we talking about the timeline, their timeline don't start there. Their timeline start on and around October and September, and the
Who is
reason that they're
theirs? Who is
the
theirs?
prosecutors, and the reason that their timeline start there is because that was when he knew her age.
Okay, right. But why would you exclude? Okay, stay with me. You deliberately took that piece of the information, the exculpatory evidence, and did not allow the rest of it to be admissible because the act that she stated, the sexual act that she stated occurred at the Dolphin Hotel was at the beginning of that.
Because the parents, the only way they can use those text messages, if they were to try to use it, is to try to say that the parents um consented, or they wanted this, or they did it, and you can't do that. That's why, like, that's not a defense. So that's why you
We're
can't
not saying
use.
that's a defense. We are saying that the information that was divulged in the text messages directly contradicts her testimony.
Because they were trying to use. No, you said why was it allowed, right? That's
No,
what you
no,
just
no.
asked me.
I'm not saying why was it allowed. I know why it wasn't allowed because they didn't want that information to come in. I know
No,
why it wasn't.
she told you no. That she told you exactly why it's not allowed. She said because the parents can't consent to none of the things that you are alleging. So you can't put words in her mouth when she told you exactly why we're not going to allow this to happen. Why would you hold on? If the judge tell you exactly why I'm not going to allow this, and her words was because the parents can't consent to nothing that you are alleging. They can't consent to it. Why would you go around and put something else in her mouth?
No, what
That,
happened was she was trying to
that-
force them to come down the
that's
defense
not
of
what I'm asking you.
extortion.
That's not what I'm asking you.
Huh?
I'm asking you, why would you replace the word that the judge said with something else like you
Replace
just
what
did?
word? What word are we
Okay,
replacing?
you said you know exactly why they wasn't allowed. What was your reasoning when you said why they wasn't allowed?
Because it was information that would support Kels's innocence.
That's not why it wasn't allowed. She
Well,
told you why it
it
wasn't
wasn't
allowed.
allowed because the damn prosecution did not want it to be admissible.
She
That's
Well,
why it
told you
wasn't
why.
Mr.
allowed.
Keller not realizing that this whole thing was strategically done.
Right.
She told you.
He
That's
She
knows
why
that.
told
it
you.
wasn't even put
He
in there
knows
because they
that.
didn't want it in there.
Yeah,
But what I'm
he
saying
The
knows
is,
that.
she
prosecution,
told
the
you.
ball was in their court. They did what they wanted to do.
The prosecutions don't determine what's allowed and what's not. The judge do,
And that's who I'm
and that's
talking
doing
about.
pretrial.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Whatever they
done
in
the
R.Kelly
pretrial
case,
conference.
whatever the prosecution present to the judge, she gonna ride with them
She went with
against
it,
him.
and they forced them. They were told that unless you are proving the running with a basically extortion defense, you can read
Extortion.
on to talk
You go
about
right ahead.
extortion. Otherwise, it's admissible. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, and now let's go to what Elvira said.
Who?
So Elvira in the she's a subscriber in the channel. Wait,
Okay.
so you saying in October they're trying to start it there when he knew she was 17, okay? And
Right.
what she's saying is true. The absence of Valerie in the text messages is a problem, and that's why
No,
I'm
it's not a
saying,
problem. No,
well,
it's not
I'm not.
a. here's why, because the text messages end in June. The permission slip was signed in September.
Well, then what you're
This is
saying is not making sense because you said that they used the text messages starting
they
in October.
no, I did not. I did not say that.
What you say? What you say?
I said their charges for him was September and October. I
Okay,
said
so
when they
you tell me what did the what information in the text messages were used by the prosecution?
the prosecution,
Yes.
did
They
they
used
use
that. That was
anything?
their evidence that they submitted into evidence. What part of the text message did they use?
Um, for the parents, I don't know. I have to
No,
go
at the
back and look
Dolphin
at
Hotel. They questioned her and were
about
using the
the
section.
text messages.
Yes.
You said the prosecutors used those text messages.
Yes, that was their evidence. Don't forget they
What did they
submitted that.
use?
They used the part in regards to the Dolphin Hotel, the timeline and when she had sex with him. That's when they used that.
Not for the parents.
No, not for the parents. I'm saying for the case. They used that in the case.
No, they didn't say she had sex with him at the Dolphin Hotel for those text
She
messages.
testified to that.
Well, when we talk about the text messages, though, I'm talking about
Yeah.
specifically. I'm not talking about what she said. I'm talking about what was in those text messages. They
The
did.
prosecution, let me put it like this: the prosecution used the timeline of the text messages to show that she was with Kels. Now she testified to the ex, okay?
I have to go back. I don't remember so long ago. I don't remember them
Okay, well,
using
go
those
back and
text
check. And
messages.
then they used that to prove that she was flying with him and traveling with
I think
him going
that's what it
across
was.
state
I think
line.
that's what they. I think okay. So I think that's what they used those text messages for,
Yeah.
was the communication between the assistants. I do
Yeah.
remember that,
So that's what I'm saying. They
and
used the
I
pieces they
think they
wanted to.
needed that. Okay, so I think they needed that to prove the uh, the that he affected
Yeah, the
the
herpes and the man act. Yeah.
the
What I need to know.
damn, what's the element when they go across state lines? I can't think. It's late, but I think
Right.
that's what they use that for, to show that okay,
Let's
because
come.
that was one of the elements that they had to prove that they. I can't think of the damn word.
Hey, Mark Quinn K. But they allowed the fake letter in and spoke on it to lead to nothing. Yeah, they did allow the fake letter in.
It was
That's weird too.
oh, it's fake because I thought people were saying it's real. So are we
I'm saying
agreeing
we
that
don't know what it is because Valerie Payton never testified. We've never seen or heard anything from this lady yet. So what are we to think? Does she exist? Is she a person?
right, right? But we know that the letter was signed, no?
It wasn't signed by Valerie Payton.
Uh-uh. My
That's what I'm
parents.
saying. They could have put Boo Boo the Fool on there. We
I,
don't
I I
know.
I don't think Valerie Payton is really needed. I don't think Valerie Payton is really for what they
She
used it
wasn't.
for.
Yes, she wasn't. They
Hold,
didn't
hold,
have
hold
to
on. Let
send
me
her
say this.
back to her.
Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't think Valerie Payton was really important for the trial for that particular. I think the latter, the main purpose of them introducing that latter was to show that at this point he was aware of her age.
Wait, say that again.
That's, I, I think that at during the trial,
Mm-hmm.
the purpose of that latter for the prosecute, prosecution was to show that at this point, September, he was aware of her age. And this is how we know because he asked because she got a permission slip from her parents.
Okay, I agree with
And
that too. Yeah,
so Valerie Payton is a moot point. Like she
yeah.
really don't
She's
matter.
irrelevant. They didn't have to send her with Valerie. They could have said we send her back with R. Kelly, and it wouldn't have been a problem because the
It,
parents got the right to
it
consent
probably
where they sent their daughter.
it probably wouldn't have, but they choose to put Valerie Payton in there.
Yep, because they had to make it
But
look
at the
like.
end of the day, the parents probably didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I
But
don't think
but
they did.
but the letter says Valerie Payton. So we have to also look at it as that as well. Was they under the assumption that she was going to be with Valerie Payton.
Okay, let's say she was. That doesn't negate the fact that she was still going to work with R. Kelly.
Right. What's wrong with working with him?
Because she knew at the beginning
Just
of
because
the
you working
text
with him.
messages. Hold on, let me make my point. The mother knew at the time when she was engaging in those text messages with him, she knew of Kell's previous allegations and accusations and charges in regards to him dealing with minors, liking minors, knocking down minors. She knew about his previous trial. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
you're not going to sit up here and get me to act like she didn't know that when she knew and still sent her daughter into that situation.
I'm not saying none of that, but I'm also saying that that doesn't give him the green light. That's because the parents knew and and, and gambled with their daughter doesn't give him the green light to knock her down.
We're not saying that gives him the green light. We making the point of let's not play games on either side if that's what we
Well,
doing.
yeah, they need to be locked up too. You got no argument with that with me for that. Like the mother, I can't say really Angelo at this point because I don't really see him in text messages. I see the mother doing all this. At this point, I believe Angelo found out all this with us.
Okay, now let me say this. Wait, let me answer Mark Quinn K. Mark Quinn, what I need to know for what was said to Robert for him to let Ass come back. I'll go over my theory on that later. The As no to my idea and understanding Mark Quinn K, Azriel was one of the girlfriends that was getting the 5K. I don't think she was excluded from that. We have no letter. Okay, we know the letter was never torn out of the tablet. Okay, right, but Elvira, do you remember there was that letter and then there was another notarized letter that was made and
Yeah,
turned into evidence? So
yeah.
there was two letters. The Azriel parents threatened legal action against Robert to let As come back. I never
Well,
heard that. Did you
well,
guys hear anything about that?
they got criminal actions, so
I'm saying, do you all remember anybody saying the parents threatened legal action against Kels to make Azriel come back?
I don't. I think they just came on board by default when everybody else was, cooperating with the government.
Okay. Um.
I think after the surviving R. Kelly, they pretty much had no choice but to cooperate.
Okay. Now I'm gonna answer your question, Mark Queen K. Um. What was said to Robert for him to let Azriel come back? Okay. This is my theory. Okay. Some people might not agree with it, and let me just basically say this is a common sense theory. I'm not talking about anything legal. Okay. Now, in my understanding, knowing, okay, I'm putting myself as being Kels. Okay, I'm Kels right now. I had a previous trial for engaging in child pornography. I was acquitted. I thank God I was acquitted. I got through that by the skin of my chinny chin chin. Okay. Now going forward, I've been asking young ladies I've been asking their age, and basically taking their word for whatever age they tell me. Now I'm in a situation where I asked this young lady, was she 18? She told me she was 18. Okay. I done already had sex with this young girl, and she is standing here now before me telling me she is 17. Oh my God. I do not want to go to jail. You going back to your parents. You send her back to her parents. At that point, we don't know what the parents said, Mark Quinn K. Now that makes me think, did they say if you don't take my daughter back and get her a record deal, we tricking on you? We don't know what. Okay. Whatever happened, Kels could have said, please write a letter and send her back. Because in my mind, I'm R. Kelly. I want to play this girl close. Okay. Just like he allegedly did with Rashana. Okay.
So if you don't know what she said, then you don't know. If you're saying you don't know what the parents did, they could have did this, they could have did that. You can't treat it as if that's the gospel, and that's what they did. That's just you know, conspiracy theories going on in your head right now.
No.
Nothing to
The
back it
bottom
up.
line is this: regardless of the reason why they consented, my point is this: I'm Kels. I want this young lady close to me because I feel like as long as she's close to me, she's not about to tell the authorities what happened in regards to me engaging with her as a
Okay,
17-year-old person.
that's fine, but
Okay.
don't keep knocking it down though.
I'm gonna have to do that because
Why?
we don't know if she wants to do it, and we've already done, and we don't know if he did it after that. That's what I'm saying. We don't know any of that. We don't know.
Well, according to the text message that she sent to her friend, she said that he nutted in me today.
Yeah, but we don't know if that even happened. The girl is already a
Well,
liar,
but you wasn't there, and she was.
right? But I'm saying, let me say it like this: the girl has told multiple stories to multiple people. Okay, we don't know what is or is not true. But I
Okay,
mean, I
so
give it
let's
to
say
you
this.
just for the
So
simple
let's
fact
say
that we
this.
don't know.
Okay,
I'll let you go with that.
okay. So let's say that if we're gonna go with that, let's say that R. Kelly knew her age
But
from
then,
the Dolphin Hotel. He knew exactly she was 17 from the Dolphin Hotel.
how would he know
Can we
that?
say that? Huh?
She didn't. That's not what she testified to.
Well, you can't. You don't believe her,
But
so
that's
we
what I'm
can't.
saying. We don't know.
Well,
So
okay.
I'm
So
saying what.
you can't.
That's
Wait.
why I
No.
gave
Wait.
you your
So
argument
here's the
because
point.
we don't
Like, if
know.
you're gonna say that, if you're gonna believe that she told the truth, then it's like you picking and choosing on when she lying and when
I
she.
don't believe nothing she's saying, Kelly. This is what I
Okay.
want you
So
to
so
understand.
when she lied about her age, don't believe that either. When she told him that she was 18, don't believe that because you don't
I
believe
don't
nothing she's
believe that.
saying. Okay. So she was saying.
I don't believe any of that stuff and stuff happened at the zoo. I don't believe any of that stuff happened at the hotel. I don't believe any of that. I don't. Is that what you're asking me?
Neither do I.
Well, that ain't what you saying because you said that she lied about her age, right?
She did lie about her age
How do you know she lied about her age?
because the mother stated that he thinks
When?
you're 18 and I told him you 17.
And if
No,
I said, I can't say
when
what
did
I
the
really
mother
want to
say
say
this?
on the
When did the
internet.
mother say this?
From what I recall in the text messages.
No, mother said you need to tell him. She
Right,
said
but
you need to tell
okay,
him.
so but for her to say that, so you're gonna make me have to pull these things up.
I'm not.
What I read, she said that he thinks you're 18.
She said you need to tell him. Yeah,
That's
you
later
need to
on,
tell.
Kelly. That's down the line. I'm talking about at
Right,
the beginning.
you need to tell him your real age. You
Okay,
said
well,
that the mother told
hold on. Let me
you.
make sure he understand what I was saying with that. So, my Queen K, do you understand my theory and what I was saying in regards to that? Okay, go ahead, Kelly.
No, I'm good.
Um, but I'm saying the mother, yeah, the mother, ain't that true, Shatan? I can't remember. The mother told her that he thinks you 18. I told him you was 18. So
Yes, and she also said he taking you out to events thinking you of age.
yep, she did.
Maybe you need to tell him so he don't be
Right.
embarrassed because when he find out, he's going to be really upset.
That's
And
why I
that's
said she did say she need to tell him that she's
okay, but let's put this on the table
17.
since we right there. Okay, and everybody thinks there's no conspiracy, there's no setup, not you, Keller, but other people believe that, and they're saying, this is my question. If there was no setup, how did Azriel
I don't
know?
believe it was a setup.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you then, if there was no setup, how did Azriel know that it was illegal for her at the age of 17 to have sex with him?
That it was illegal.
Yes, for her
I don't think
to have
she
sex.
cared.
No. Answer my question. How did she know that it was illegal for her to have sex with him? She
I
deliberately
don't think
concealed
she
her age.
cared. She wanted to. She wanted to.
No, she wanted to. Come on now,
Uh,
Kelly.
No, what I'm saying is, I don't think she cared whether it was illegal or not. I don't even know if she knew it was illegal. The
But
thing
why
I'm
would
saying,
you lie about your Okay, in the
well,
room.
so they asked her that. So
Let's
they
go to her
asked her that
testimony.
question.
Hold on.
So they asked her that question, right, and she answered it.
Let's go to the testimony that you saying happened in the Dolphin Hotel. He asked me, was I 18? I said yes. Okay.
Right.
How did she know that she should not tell this man her real age, that she was 17? How did she
Okay.
know not to tell him that?
Okay. So they asked her why did she do that on the
Mhm.
stand, and her response was that she knew that he had a previous case dealing with minors, and she didn't want her age him to not work with her because she was under 18.
Oh, that's good. They coached her. That's a that's
they
that
coached her.
Yeah,
They coached her.
they coached her.
Oh my God.
That's good. I gotta give him that.
They
That's
coached her.
good.
Who coached her? Who coached her?
How would she know
Who
that
coached
he had?
her?
Okay, let me ask. Let me go with what you just said. Let me
Who
go
coached her?
the
Who?
prosecution. Prosecution. Let me go with what you just said, because we're gonna break this down. Okay, like Courtney say, like a double barrel shotgun.
Oh, let me just charge this phone up.
Now, how did she know about any of his previous cases?
She
Or
said
what?
that she did research.
She didn't do no.
That's what she testified.
Okay,
She
okay,
testified.
okay, but let's get real. The mama told her what happened with this man previously. The mama told her what the case was about and why she should not
Hey, I'm telling you what she
let her
said
age out.
when she was asked that specific question. She was asked that question,
Yeah,
and she
and she
said she did
answered
research.
it just like what you said. I
I'm
believe.
not finna put words in her mouth. I'm
Um,
gonna tell you what she said.
my
Now, don't
opinion
shoot me.
is she
Don't
was
shoot the
told.
messenger.
There's no way that that young lady would know about the age of consent unless somebody told her. I don't care if it was the prosecution,
Well,
it was the parent.
this wasn't. This didn't have nothing to do with the age of consent.
But okay, now
This had.
Let's go to based on what her father
Hold
testified
on,
to.
hold on, hold on. Wait a minute, because you just said something.
At first, her
This
mother
didn't have nothing to do with about her knowing the age of consent.
and did
She said that
say to.
she didn't want her age to deter him of him not working with her. Had absolutely nothing to do with age consent. And you just threw that in there. Why
No,
do
no, no,
that?
no, 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 no. Hold on.
Why do that?
Hold on. You're saying that my question to you is how is the agent that's never a non-factor. My question to you is how does this young lady know about that goddamn law? She had
Who
to
said she
know
did?
that
Who
her.
said she did? Who
Yeah, but
said that she
okay. So how did she know that when her father also stated that she didn't even like R. Kelly. She didn't like his music. His songs were too long. So you telling me that she did this research on him prior to meeting him
Okay.
on her
So
own?
I'm only gonna tell
Bullshit.
you
I
what
call
was said.
bullshit.
I'm only gonna tell you what was said at in court,
Okay.
you know.
And I'm gonna tell you
Now
I'm not buying it.
you go on, you know, what other to my understanding, the father never took the stand. So I'm only going off of what was said in court.
And I'm telling you this, I'm not buying it. She was told by either the prosecution it was illegal or her mother it
What?
was illegal.
Well,
You're
you
not
can
gonna ever
assume
get me to
that.
think when all this went down, she went and did some research on R. Kelly. When we clearly see in the text messages, the mother is feeding her the information, providing her with everything about him. Because the mom has already done the research. Okay. So you're not
Well,
gonna get that.
regardless who gave it to her and how she obtained it, she still had it. So we can go with that.
No, it's
But
not regardless because it goes along the lines of her coaching her once again into the
no, you're missing what
situation.
I'm saying. You're missing what I'm saying.
Okay,
The
well,
reason what I'm saying, regardless, is because whether she looked the information up on her own, or whether her mama told her, or her daddy told her the information, she still knew that he had a case dealing with minors, and she didn't want her age to deter him from that.
Yeah, but
Regardless, okay, wait. Regardless on how she got the information is all I'm saying. Regardless
I
on
got
how she
you.
got it.
I got you. But this is proof of the setup, is what I'm trying to get you to understand. That young lady, somebody had to alert her in regards to the fact that her at 17 having sex with him was illegal. Okay. And whoever disclosed that information to her was colluding, working in concert, and conniving to set him up. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm
Did
not buying that she looked it up herself
did
and it's
anybody
probably
alert him
illegal.
that having sex with a 17-year-old is illegal?
I'm sorry, what?
Did anybody alert him that having sex with a underage minor is illegal?
Yeah, somebody alerted him. That's why
Well,
he asked
and
her
he
age.
still.
That's
I'm
why
talking
he
about.
asked
I'm talking
her age,
about.
and she
I'm not.
lied.
I'm talking about knowing. I'm talking about when he knew her age. I'm not
What you
talking about
mean
not
you knew
knowing.
age?
I'm not talking. Hold on. I'm not talking about not knowing. I can't judge him on that. I can only judge him on when he knew.
Okay, when he knew, you have no proof that he had sex with her after that point.
Yeah, the
Excuse
text
me, made me
messages
say the
show
word.
that.
Huh?
Text messages show that he did.
Show what? What they show?
That she thought she was pregnant. He said he nutted in me today.
No, that was her. Okay, where's the placenta sac? Where's the
No,
abortion
so no,
paperwork?
no, so
With a
no. What I
real Azriel
No,
baby
no, no,
stand up?
no. I'm not
Huh?
saying that. I'm saying when you look at the
Okay.
date of this message, which was in September.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, it was in October. The date of this message was in October, and she said that she sent a text message to her friend saying he nutted in me today. This is after he knew her age.
Okay. But
Okay,
I'm saying if you want, I already told you I don't believe any of her story. Okay,
okay. No,
so
we're
if
not
you
talking
want to
about
go
the
with that,
story. Okay,
I
well,
give
no,
you
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Listen, we're not talking about. We're talking about a text message.
Yes, I don't
Okay.
believe any.
Okay. So throw out all the text messages then.
Have you ever
Okay.
had a
Perfect.
situation
Wait.
where
Hold on. Stop. So if that's the case, if you don't believe in the text messages, don't mention no text
I
messages
don't
about her
believe
mama.
in her testimony? I think
Okay.
she's
So
a liar.
don't, but we're talking about text message. So if you don't believe in the text message, don't, don't
No, I
talk
don't
about,
believe in
let
her.
me finish. Okay. So
Okay,
don't believe in none of her, don't talk about none of her text messages that she had with her mama. None of them. Because you don't believe in them.
I'm saying the
And
girl's
her.
a liar. Let me not say it like that. I believe in the text messages. I don't believe in her. Let me put it like this.
Okay, so
Hold on.
we
Let me
talking
make my
about. I'm
point.
talking about a text
Right,
message.
but
That's
let
what
me
I'm
make
trying to
my
tell you.
point. Let me make my point. Azrael's not dating Frank Nitty from around the block. She is dating the king of R&B. Okay, this is a teenager. Okay, teenagers have the propensity to embellish, wanting to make her friend jealous, wanting to show off and stunt because she's living with, dating, and now I'm having ex with the king of R&B. Okay,
No, no,
let me
no,
finish.
because
This is what I'm saying. I don't care
but
what she texts her friend. We don't even know if any of that is true. I feel like she was trying to make her friend jealous and just and playing around
but
saying
you
she was having
but she was
extra
saying that
activity with him.
under you got to read it under the context of those text messages. The context was about abortion, and she was terrified about getting it. It had nothing to do with making her jealous. She was talking about, damn, I may have to get a fucking abortion, and I just looked up some shit about abortion, and I'm fucking terrified.
Okay, now hold on. Now let's go based on
And
what
I'm
I just said. Are
and I'm
you telling
paraphrasing.
me that in the same text messages, this girl goes from he nutted in me to now I gotta get an abortion?
All that,
Okay,
because she
so
was
I'm gonna
late
tell
too.
y'all, I don't
she
believe none
already
So
of it.
thought she was
I
listen,
don't believe
pregnant.
none of it, and I hate to say it, but I'm gonna tell
hold
y'all why in a minute.
hold on, Sky.
Okay,
You talking to high
wait, Kevin,
pitch. I don't know.
let me finish. Just what I just said. She went from he nutted into me to now I got to get a divorce. Girl, you ain't even took a pregnancy test. So what I just
She
said
was,
is valid. We work
and not only
together.
that, and she said she was late too. So there's a lot of things in that car.
Oh,
I
that
just took out,
okay. Now she late.
a list.
All in these same text messages.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
go ahead, Shatan.
yeah.
I changed my mind because that was a little bit too much what I was gonna say.
Okay.
Look, shit. They don't stop Sky. Sky say all stuff that's too much.
Shut up.
No, I'm just saying I don't. It's gonna sound weird.
You don't think Sky sound
Okay.
weird?
If anybody believe in the old videotape from way back in 90
I
something,
I believe it.
okay, I saw something.
And you should believe it too, because you was in court
Mm-mm.
when they played it.
I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about way before this stuff. Yeah, I remember that tape that was floating around in every flea
Yeah,
market.
yeah. You was in court when they played it.
If you notice something, I ain't saying no names on this one, but the male in that videotape
Mm-hmm.
don't. I'm trying to be very. This guy, channel, I got to be careful. He did
Danny Pryor.
not. No. I ain't talking about none of that. What I noticed in that tape, okay, he pulled out and jacked that, but whatever off. I don't want to say the word,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah, the pink.
Right?
You say pink. Okay.
Which I make me have reason to believe that this is the way he has. He pull out.
Okay.
The babies by Drea was deliberate. He deliberately stayed there.
Yeah.
Okay, he don't have no
Well,
problem pulling. Matter of fact, that's the way he like to have sex. He don't in the female. He
pre-com
come out
motherfucker.
and put and
Pre-com.
make it go with do the rest of the job itself. Okay, I know men like that.
I see what you're saying.
I
I
done been
understand
in
what
the
you're
bed
saying.
with him.
I understand what you're saying, but pre-com is a motherfucker.
Okay, well you got me there.
Okay. Well, now let's go right
You
But
here.
she
got me
wasn't
there.
pregnant though. She wasn't
Um,
pregnant though. She ended up.
We know
So
she wasn't.
That's what, I know that, but what I'm saying
she
is,
just thought she
I
was.
really believe he ain't got nobody pregnant but that wife, and he deliberately got her pregnant because she was his wife.
And I'm
Well, I
trying to
don't.
get Keller to see
Well,
There's a
this
what
lot of
about
men
Aaliyah?
out here know how to go out here and without making babies.
What about Aaliyah?
I don't think Aaliyah was pregnant.
where's the placenta say?
I'm gonna tell y'all
Show me
something.
the abortion
It's
papers.
it's
Will
it's
a
people.
real
It's people
Aaliyah
that
and Kel's baby stand up?
If you
Where's the
would have
proof?
saw that, if you would have saw all that you asking for, you still come up with an excuse.
But
No,
let
I
me ask you
wouldn't.
something. I
No,
know
I wouldn't.
somebody that was definitely around during the Aaliyah days who I talk to on a regular. Matter of fact, I don't got to be fake and phony about it. Rob Brother Kerry was around. Aaliyah,
So
Rob
I'm gonna
Brother
tell you.
Kerry tells me everything I ask. He don't sugarcoat nothing, and he don't have no knowledge of no Aaliyah being pregnant.
Thank you.
So
So when everybody know more than his brother that was on tour with him, then y'all know a whole lot. Y'all gonna tell
Thank
y'all
you.
gonna
I
tell
ran into
the
this.
brothers what it is who was
I,
there.
I run into
And
this.
this brother don't take up for R. Kelly at all. Okay? It's a
Mhm,
lot of
I,
tension between these two. He
mhm.
do not defend this brother at all. So he is not gonna lie. Aaliyah was never pregnant and never thought to be pregnant.
Mhm.
well, we all know that.
Let me
Well,
read these
I
comments
believe I
real
believe
quick.
him over anybody over here on this on YouTube. I believe the person that was right there
Well,
when it was
well,
going on, or whatever
well.
they think was going on.
Demetrius said otherwise. I took the stand, and he was
Demetrius is
there.
a liar with
Demetrius is
He was
motive.
also a
He's a
he was
liar
crazy,
there.
with motive. And I'm gonna go
and he
further with
muted
that.
it.
All that marriage and all that bull crap was orchestrated to sell records. It was all an industry. This is what they do. And when that stuff
Those
backfired and
records are
made
selling
Rob look bad, they let
already.
Rob take the downfall for what they thought of and decided to do. Go talk to Zomo, whatever Barry Hankerson's son name is. That's who put the truth out there. He said it.
Okay, now let me say this, because you trying to sugarcoat who this guy was. This guy was a criminal co-conspirator that was also talking under the guise of immunity.
Exactly.
So don't act like he
This
was.
also the same guy that sent his underage baby mama to sue Rob.
Thank you. Let me read Alvira's message. Alvira been dropping some gems. At first the mother told him she was 18, and then the mom did say tell him the real age. Okay, so she confirmed what I said and what you said.
What month was this?
I told you at the beginning when she first met, when she was first.
Okay, it was rhetorical. Calm down. It was a rhetorical question, and the reason I said that is because the prosecutors sent they start on about.
You already
October
said that.
September.
We know when they started, but that doesn't negate the fact that the mother told her that to tell him that she was 18. Okay, let me finish reading them. If it was all about work, then why would the mother be worried about her age? Facts. Why is she worried? Yep. Why is she worried, Kelly?
About what?
Her age.
I think she just wanted him to tell the truth. Tell him her real age. I don't mean necessarily mean she worried. If you said she worried, that's you like assuming that she was. But she just said that you just need to tell him the truth.
Well, she was worried because she told her daughter to tell him that you're 18, and then her daughter was still in communication with him.
So that you are assuming that she was worried.
No, if she kept saying you need to tell him your age, that's worrying.
No, again, you are assuming that she just said
that's what the text messages said.
Listen to me. The text message said tell her your real age. That means that you need to just tell him the truth. That don't mean she's worried.
Asking Kelly. She asked multiple times.
I hear you. And all I'm saying is that just means that she is saying that you need to tell him the truth. That don't mean that she's worried about shit.
It does.
If you said she's worried, that's you assuming that she's worried. There's no contributing factors or nothing in that text that indicate that she was worried.
The multiple asking assumes that. Okay.
No.
Hold on, let me finish reading. That's the reason Kenneth kept asking, how long did you meet with the government? Yeah, trying to see if she was being coached. It wasn't illegal in the Chi for her to be 17. Women lie about having ex as could have lied to her friend. Yeah, we already know she lied to her friend, because none of that that wasn't even true. She wasn't pregnant, none of that.
She thought she was.
I believe in the text messages between Azriel and S. High cries wasn't that sent to her friend for just in case I believe so, Crass. I think that was for just in case, and that was a young teenager trying to brag to her friend that she was with R.Kelly, trying to embellish and act like more was going on than what was really happening. But
so check this out. Let me give you a scenario, right?
Okay.
So, and this would, in my opinion, would have prevented all this shit from happening. So years ago, according to the doctor that took the stand, he told him that he had herpes and he needs to inform all his sex partners.
He ain't never tell me he had herpes.
Listen to me. He concluded that, yes, he said, I concluded that he had herpes. And
Where
I told
did he conclude that? When?
And this is his testimony. Testimony.
Okay, go ahead.
This is what he said. I'm just telling you what he said.
I don't recall that at all.
Okay, well, he said, you know, I back up everything, guys. You want to put some money on it? When?
No.
Okay, let's put. When have I told you something that didn't happen?
All the time, boy. Don't play with me all the time. We always battling over what you say and what actually happened. Cut it out.
Never. Okay, so he
He
concluded.
said never.
Okay, let me finish. So he concluded that yes, he did have it, and he told him to inform his sex partners before he have sex with them.
You lying, G. He never
Oh
said
my!
he had it. He said you got symptoms.
I said he concluded that he indeed had it.
No,
That's what
when?
he said.
You got to show me that. Go ahead. I'm
Ain't
gonna
no
say
doctor do that.
Oh
that's what I'm
God.
saying. That didn't
He
happen.
had,
But go ahead,
okay, okay. Want me to pull it up?
please.
Okay, give me a minute. I'll
I
put you.
mean,
I'm
he
gonna
can
go.
the doctor can
I'm
say
gonna
what
go
he
on mute.
think, but
I'm
he
gonna go on
cannot
mute right
say
quick.
this
Okay.
is what you have without performing the proper test.
Yeah, I mean, no, the test was taken. It came back negative, and then he said you are showing symptoms of this. Oh, and that's let me get that on record too. One of the I think it was Miss Mo tried to say that the medicine Valtrex is only used for the herpes virus. When we
No,
did
that's not true either.
that is not true either. Thank you.
Valtrex is used for treating what's that
Shingles,
not smallpox. What is it? Uh
shingles.
Shingles. That's what I
Yes,
want to say. Shingles. Yep.
yes, and that's what I'm saying. See, people want to
And
come up.
anybody that ever, if you had the chickenpox as a child, you need to take the shingles vaccination
Yes,
because you have a very great chance of catching it.
yes,
It
ma'am.
ain't nothing but the chickenpox coming back.
Yes, ma'am. And see, that's the thing. But people will come on online, and I don't know. She probably heard that from somebody. But when we looked it up, it is used for more things than just the herp virus. Okay, so that's why I don't want people over here to be misinformed. None of that. It is not just used to treat the herp virus. Okay, getting that on the record. Okay, she said my son is a doctor and you don't conclude something without the right test, it can look like something is not. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Thank you.
Yep, facts, Miss Ward. A doctor can think it. You know, a lot of times a doctor can listen to your symptoms and probably diagnose you, but he cannot say this was wrong with you without testing you.
And can have you ever had a doctor give you a wrong diagnosis, Showtime?
Oh yes, of
Thank
course.
you. Thank you.
It's easy for a doctor to say, "Oh, you know, I think
You're
you may
showing
have
symptoms
herpes,"
of
but
this.
we don't know that until we
Yeah.
test you for herpes.
And it be something
Period.
totally different. Like I mean, they could say it looks like we see a tumor. Then they have to go in to figure out if it's benign or if it's cancerous. I mean, come on now.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. People act like this stuff the doctors ain't human, that they don't make mistakes. I mean, and we're not even trying to twist the facts around anything. We are just stating what happened in the case. Okay. But I hate it when people try and come up here and say matter of fact things that's not true. Hey,
All
YT,
right. Can you go to 405?
Hey, YT.
you gonna have to. Did you send me something?
Oh, I thought you had it already.
I do, but I'm gonna have to look for it and all that. Are you able to share
Uh,
your screen?
no, I'm on my phone. I'll resend it to you. Hold on.
Let me come out of here. Why am I getting all this stuff from concealed carry?
All right, I just sent it.
All right, give me a second to see if it came through. You must have sent it to my other email. Let's see. You emailed it, right, Keller?
He fell off. He'll
Dang.
come back.
Oh, okay.
He went to go dig on some info.
Yeah, he said he was emailing. I don't see it in either of my emails. Okay, it just came over here. Okay, let me see which one that is. Okay, I see it. All right, how do I do this? Okay.
Yeah, my bad. It's the wrong button.
Okay, yeah, hold on. Let me see how to. Let's see. They keep on changing the stream, y'all. Okay, not that one. Okay, wait. Okay, there it is. So I need to go into.
405, line 18.
Okay, hold on. Invite. Nope, not
Invite.
no.
Share.
Hold on, my brain is weighing down. Present. Share screen. Hold on. Okay. EDN1 brief. That's not it. Is it this one? Yep. Okay, wait. Let me
It
hit.
just sent this.
Hold
So it should
on.
be some.
See?
It should be from today. Oh,
I'm
but you
trying.
couldn't find it. But you
No,
couldn't find it.
I gotta. You gotta like get it to pull up. It's weird. Um. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a search, and you said
405, line
four-
18.
page 405. Okay,
Yeah,
let me see.
405, line 18.
It should let me do a search, right?
Well, you can
Let's see.
scroll down to it.
Okay, yeah,
I'll give you the page number.
that'll probably be easier. Oh shoot! How did I get to? It went too far. 40. Oh, I'm at 403. I think. Let's see.
Right there.
This says faith. Hold on a second. Wait a minute. Where the damn page numbers? 405. The 405 is a page number, right?
The 405 should be at the top of the transcript. It may not be what's coming up on your PDF reader. That may be a different page. But the 405 will be on the top of the PDF of the transcript, top right.
Okay. Okay. I'm getting there. Hold on one second. I had to get into the ballpark.
I mean,
387.
I think it's like on your PDF, depending on the size of it, it can be different.
Okay. 3. Okay. 402.
McGrath, I think.
403. Okay. Hold on. Let me come back. Um, add to stream. Okay. Hold on. Let me get my glasses. Let me go back to it.
405, 18, line 18.
Okay, hold on. There it is. Okay, so this is 4 5. Okay, line 18.
This is the
Okay, he said
doctor.
eventually I came to the conclusion he had herpes
Stop
simplex.
right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. We're gonna break all this down. He never he never said that. That's the doctor speaking. He never told him that.
I
He
don't
never
recall
came.
saying
He
that.
never he never came to this conclusion.
No. Hold on. Let me read it now.
Okay, I just want
Is
to
that something you
you know.
did with the okay, hold on now. That's what I'm saying. Don't try and chump me. Hold on. Let me go back. Hold on. Well, it's pretty possibly okay. Hold on. See, yeah, hold on now. Don't take me where you want to take me. I'm taking where I want to
All
go.
right, go wherever you want to go.
Okay. Okay. If it
Cause you
responds
ain't like
too
what you want to
frequent,
see, like what you saw.
the
Now
instrument
you
has
try
wrong
to.
turn. Hold
I don't
on.
care where you go.
Hold
It's
on.
still go. Still change the
Okay.
fact that he told him that he
What
had it.
is this record? It's a lab result from June 5th, 2005's herpes simplex culture. The result was negative. Thank you, Jesus. He took me right to it. See how God worked? Okay.
Okay, it keep
Wait,
going.
finished. Wait, we finished.
Finish,
I just had
please.
to get that on record. Everybody says the result was negative.
We all
It's
knew
a
that.
lab. Shut up, Keller. We read the transcript you provided.
Yep.
What is this record? It's a lab result from June 5th, 2000, herpes simplex culture. The result was negative. And did this result come in on June 7th, 2000? Yes, it did. It came in on June 7th, 2000. And what, if anything, did you conclude from that negative result of the herpes culture? That it is not conclusive and that we had to follow the clinical course to see if he called or reported any more future
Okay,
bumps.
stop right there real quick. So it
Let me
came back negative. It stopped. And hold on real quick. It came back negative, right? And even though it came back negative, he said it wasn't conclusive. Proceed.
Okay, let me finish it though, and we could debate.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Proceed.
That it was not conclusive. Right, it's not conclusive that he had the herp. G, that's what he's saying.
Okay. Okay. Go
Okay,
ahead.
I can read
That it
to
was negative.
reading comprehension. I passed 5th grade. Okay, that it was not conclusive and that we had to follow the clinical course to see if he called or reported any more future bumps or penis lesions, and then try treatment and see if it
Mm.
responds to treatment either intimately or long term.
We're finna break all this
So
down.
stop talking now. You got people trying to hear. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
So, fair to say, you did not conclude that the defendant did not have herpes based on this test. I did not conclude that he did not have herpes. He still could have herpes. Okay.
Mm.
Now, given the uncertainty of the negative culture result that you just testified about as a doctor, what, if any, practice do you have regarding advising your patients regarding such results if they exhibit herpes symptoms? Exhibit herpes symptoms. Well, if it's pretty possibly herpes or could be herpes, I once again advise the patient to seek medical help when the lesions occur or advise. Inform sexual partners of potential herpes, safe sex, use a condom.
And we're
Inform
gonna
your
come back. We're
partner.
gonna come back there. Go ahead. We're gonna
Wait,
come back.
stop
I'm not
interrupting.
okay. I'm just saying we're gonna come back there. But go ahead.
Inform your sexual partners so they can make a decision whether or not to have sex with you or not. And is that something you did with the defendant? Eventually, I came to the conclusion he
Uh,
had herpes simplex
uh,
with
oof.
recurrent. Shut up, fool! You won't even let me
God
read
damn.
it. As
God
eventually,
damn.
I came to the conclusion he had herpes simplex with
Why?
recurrent calls
And
or
why did you come to this
complaints
conclusion?
about bumps, and he did not
Wait, he was
respond to herpes treatment when they
wait, he
became
was complaining
more.
about what? He's complaining about what again?
Wait, hold on. I'm about to
Oh
beat your
God.
behind. Let people hear the testimony,
Okay.
man. Hold
Go
on. I
ahead.
gotta read that paragraph for a 5th time. Okay. Eventually, I came to the conclusion he had herpes simplex with recurrent calls or complaints about bumps, and he did respond to herpes treatment when they became more common. I recommend
Mm.
regular treatment instead of intermittent treatment. So after this initial office visit in 2000, did you in fact hear from the defendant again regarding the same type of symptoms? At some point, because I began prescribing Valaciclear, the treatment for herpes, but I do recall him making a comment once when I educated him on safe sex, then I should not put it in raw. I should put a
Mm.
hood on it. That's what the defendant said to you at one point. And I said, yes, you should use a condom. What did you understand him to mean? I should not put it in raw. Okay, so let's go back to
So
the
the
point
point I
you had
want to make before I have to go find this that you said never happened.
was
Hold on.
it's still not conclusive.
Okay.
That was
He
during.
just said that he concluded that he had it, and he told
Yeah,
him.
he's saying he concluded that he
Okay, so
had it,
listen
but
to me. Listen to my listen what
there
I'm
was
saying. Listen.
no medical proof
Oh
of
God,
it because
the
the
proof
test came back
was
negative.
he was responding to the medication.
Just because you're concluding that,
He's a doctor, not you.
it doesn't matter.
He's a doctor,
It
not
showed,
you.
don't he still got to, you got to diagnose properly.
Yes, and let's go
You
back
ain't
to
know.
what
Now,
Dr.
R. Kelly could
said.
sue him for
Okay, hold
misdiagnosing
on.
him and
Our
Hold on,
giving him
Bible,
hold
medication
on,
that.
our
hold on.
Bible
Let me
just
finish.
said, "My son is a doctor," and you don't conclude something without the right
Well,
test. It
well, I
can
need to
look
hear her
like
son say
something
that.
it's not.
That it probably depends on what it is. I'm not saying that goes across the board for everything. So I mean, it depends on what it is. But hold on, let me get to the point that I was trying to make before I had to prove what the doctor said.
You ain't
The
made
point
that
I was,
point yet.
I just you just read it out your own mouth that eventually came to the conclusion he
Yeah,
had
but
it.
you can't
Oh
conclude
my God, let me
something.
get to the point I'm making. Let me
Go
get to the
ahead.
point. Let me
Go
get to the point.
ahead.
So the doctor informed him to inform all his sex partners that he have herpes and to put and wear protection. If he would to follow, and this was back in the year 2000, uh, if he was to follow his doctor's advice, he wouldn't have any of these cases right now.
No,
If he would,
he didn't say that.
let
The
me
only
finish.
thing
Let me
he told
finish.
Kel.
Let me finish why my
Okay,
statement. Let me
go
tell you
ahead.
why.
Go ahead.
If you come to this motherfucker, even if they underage, and you say, "Hey, by the way, I got some herpes. I got some uncurable disease. Is it cool if I have sex with you?" 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers gonna say, "Hell no,
After you
I'm
die.
good, deuces." So if he was to tell them that, he would have never had sex with him, which means he'd be a free man right now because he would have never had sex with him to begin with.
Okay, I ain't hearing none of that you just said. Now let's get back to the point at hand.
This was going to happen anyway, Mr. Keller, because Sony wanted this to
If he
happen.
would have followed his doctor's instructions, it wouldn't have happened.
To
No,
treat.
I'm saying all of this coming down the pipe that came down the pipe was going to come down the pipe
It
regardless.
don't got nothing to do with Sony. It don't got shit to do with Sony.
Yes, it do. Yes, it do. It got all to do with Sony.
It don't got nothing to do with Sony.
Well, okay, we entitled to our opinions.
And the patient had
It's a
concern.
lot of key players involved, and Sony is definitely one of
So he
them.
would.
Just like they own Lifetime. Okay,
Okay,
but
now
they ain't
let's
got
go
nothing to
right
do with
here.
Sony. Okay.
Let's go right here. And what did you understand? Okay, now let's go right here. And let's see, this is breaking down your conclusion. And okay, I believe you also testified that at some point you concluded the defendant had contracted genital herpes. Is that correct? That's correct. And how did you come to that conclusion? Over time, complaints that the patient had concerns about the bumps and that at times the medicine would help. So
Right.
he would call and request a prescription for what he called the blue pill. Okay.
Right. So let's
So
break this down.
hold on. So if you're still giving him a medicine, a blue pill that is only helping sometimes. So if he directly has these herpes, why isn't this blue pill? But let me see.
He said that
Balasliclor. Wait,
he said that the medication was helping
Wait,
the fucking bump shit.
hold on. I want to pronounce it.
Valtrax shit.
Balasliclor. It say balasliclor.
Valtrax.
Balasliclor. That ain't right. Balacyclor.
Valtrax. Let's say Valtrax.
Chloriv or something. Valacycloriv. He's saying that he gave that and it wasn't working all the time. So that's making me question
He said he was responding to it.
yes, at times. Right here, at times, line 12, at
Right.
times the medicine will help.
Right.
So he
But
okay.
what do it say
So
that it didn't ever help? What did it say it didn't help?
at times,
Okay, that it helped, but what did it say that at times it didn't help?
that's when if okay, at times we're reading over time.
Okay, I hear that.
Complaints
I
that the
hear that.
patient had
I hear.
concerns about the bumps and that at times the medicine will help. That means that
Okay,
sometimes it will help, not all the time. Okay.
but I don't see where it say at times it don't. It didn't help.
It says at times the medicine will help. That means at times it would. And at times it wasn't, Keller. Come on now.
Nah,
You a smart
you put
man.
sauce on there. You put sauce on there.
No. Let's read it again. Over time, complaints that the patient had concerns about the bumps and that I got to highlight it. Can y'all see that on y'all screen? And that at times the medicine would help, so he would call and request a prescription for what he called the blue pill. That's what I'm saying. That's what that means.
Well,
At
times, if he would have followed his doctor's instructions, that's the point I'm making from the beginning, is to inform them that he had this and let them decide after that, he probably would be a free man right now if he would have followed. That's the
no,
whole
not
point.
true, because right here it says down here, see, that y'all don't let nobody ever send you to a particular point to read. You go around that motherfucker and you
You ain't,
do the full
what you
paragraph
talking
read.
about? What is you talking about? What is you talking
Because you
about?
try to take me to a particular point, and the meat of the story is the test came back negative.
Okay, the point that I was trying to tell you, you told me that the doctor said that he never, and this is recorded. You can go back and listen to. You said that.
I'm backing up what I'm
Oh
saying.
my God!
You
Let me
not
say. Let me
Hispanic.
finish. Let me finish. You told me that the doctor never said that he came to the conclusion that he had herpes. You say he never said that. I said he did. So I went back to show you where he actually said,
Okay, so let's break
okay,
it down.
okay, hold on,
He
Sky. Hold on,
stated
Sky.
he
Hold
stated
on,
what you
Sky. Let me
said.
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, go
But
ahead.
that wasn't, I wasn't even, I didn't really want to focus on that. I just went back that to prove a point. What I want to focus on was the advice that the doctor gave him. And the advice that the doctor gave him is to tell all your partners
He didn't say that.
that
He
he
didn't say
said,
that.
he
He
said,
said he
inform all
told
you,
him to wear a condom. He did
it,
not say
and to
that
inform
he
your
told
partners.
him where he said that at. Where he said that
Oh,
at.
no.
But back
Okay,
to
let's put some money on it.
hold on.
Let's
Let
put
me,
some
because
money
you're
on it.
trying to make a point that I'm not giving you. Okay. While it does read in the text that he came to the conclusion, I'm telling you that with that conclusion, that was not medically sound, because based on what
I
we're
don't care
reading,
about that. I'm just telling you
I
about.
understand you don't care about it, but I got to get this on the record. Based on what it says here, at times the medicine will work, it wouldn't work. Also, it says here that he only concluded this based on it working sometimes and not working sometimes, and we still have the point saying that the test was negative. So I'm saying his conclusion is still not medically solid. But let's go here. Right here, he says, because you trying to flip this around. I told him, okay, he told me, so I shouldn't stick this in raw. He said, no, you should wear a condom. He ain't tell him nothing about consent. Where's the consent? Telling them
Okay,
go ahead, see.
405, 40513.
Okay, 405.
Jesus Christ.
I gotta go back to 405. No, you gotta take me through it. 13.
40513. Line 13.
Okay.
Inform, you see that? Inform sexual partners of potential
Wait.
herpes.
Okay, let me read, because you tricky. Let me go up a little bit. See, wherever he sent me, I'm going up 2 notches. Okay, now given the uncertainty, I like where I started. Now, given the uncertainty of the negative culture result that you testified about as a doctor, what, if any, practice do you have regarding advising your patients regarding such results if they exhibit herpes symptoms?
Okay, so let's hear what he
Wait,
advised them.
don't talk yet. I'm making my point. Did y'all hear what I just said? Now, given the uncertainty of the negative culture result that you just testified about, as a doctor, what, if any, practice do you have regarding advising your patients regarding such results if they exhibit herpes.
Okay,
That
so
does
let's get
not
to the
say
advice.
I told Kels to.
Yes, he did.
Where's it at?
When you read
Where's it
farther
at?
down, listen to me, Scott. When we read farther down,
Take me to the
he
point.
say, "Oh my God." When
Where's
we
it at?
continue to let me finish. When we continue to read all of it, you will see that he told him that. And R. Kelly said, "So you mean I got to put it in raw? I can't put it in raw." You not comprehending what you're
No,
reading.
no, 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 no. Putting. Wait a minute. Putting a condom on is not advising the patients. I just said he told him
He
to put a condom
advised
on,
him that.
and you
I'm
told
telling
me
you
that
that
he
I,
told Kels what? I'm clear
okay,
on what's going on. You ain't gonna
okay,
flip me around.
listen to me. Listen to me. Here's what I'm saying. Right here, where he says what he informed them to do. All I'm saying is, if he was to follow what the doctor is informing his patients that have these symptoms, which is him, he's his patient. Do we understand
Nah,
that?
you got to give me it. You got to
Okay,
give.
is he his
I
patient?
will give you the condom because it says right here
Okay,
in the
listen to
testimony.
me.
It says
Listen
I
to me.
told him he should
Okay,
put on.
listen to me. Listen to me. Is he his patient?
You're not gonna get me. It's not gonna
I
work.
guess a yes or no question. Is he his patient?
No,
He's not his
you
patient.
can't definitively
Wait,
say
so
that he's
wait. You
patient.
said no. Wait. We got the answer. You said no, right?
We can't definitively say that. I don't know how many times he's seen this man.
So
I
you
don't
said
know if
no. So you
there's.
said no. You said no. Is that a no?
I'm saying I don't know,
Okay. I
and I'm
can't
gonna
have
say
this
it's
conversation.
questionable.
All
And
right. Well,
this
the conversation over with. I can't. I'm gonna nothing to say.
okay, but you're not gonna flip me. This is what
I
it
can't. I
says.
can't. I
Okay,
can't tell. I'm trying to tell you.
hold
I
on.
can't. Hold on, cuz Scott. I'm trying to tell you what he informed his patients, and you saying that you don't know that if he's
You
just a
cannot
patient or not.
tell
Wait,
me in
wait, wait.
one
Let me finish.
section.
Let me finish. Let me finish. Let me finish. I'm trying to inform you of what he tell his patients, and you are telling me that you don't know whether or not he was an impatient is not or not. So there's no need for me to continue.
Okay, now let me make my point. My point is this: you're not going to tell me in one paragraph
I'm not
that
gonna tell you
you
nothing because there's no need to.
hold on. I'm saying you, him, the doctor, whoever is not going to tell me in one paragraph that your practice that you regarding advising your patients regarding such results if they exhibit herpes. You're not going to tell me right here in general patients and then be able to come down here and tell me a direct conversation you had with this man and you directly told him he was like I should not put it in raw, and then he says
I got to put a hood on
I
it.
told
Yeah,
him
you mean I got to put a hood on
right
it? I
a
can't put it in
condom.
raw.
And he was like, I don't know. Let me see. Where did he tell him to put a condom
And
on?
it's but well, what I'm saying is it's
That's
irrelevant
their
because
prescription, not.
what I'm saying, whatever he said, it's irrelevant because you don't know whether or not he was his patient or not. So it's a moot
No,
point.
no,
There's
it's
no
not
need.
irrelevant because you're trying to get me to say that he
I'm
told
not trying to get
something
you to
in
say nothing.
general to some
I'm not.
people when he
I'm not trying
directly
to.
testified. Hold on. I said, yes,
Hold
you
on.
should.
I'm not
Okay,
trying.
right here,
At this
boom.
point,
Line number 6. At one point, I said, yes, you should use a condom. It says right here.
okay. Did he use one?
It says that he told him that. So
Did
you're
he
not
use
going to
one?
tell me
Did he
that
use one?
he
Okay.
advised him to do something. Right here it says he told him to wear a condom. Okay.
Okay. And he
Now
didn't
up
do it.
here, he
And he
says
didn't
he
do it.
advises his patients. That's not directly telling me that he told Kales anything.
Hey, if you believe that, if you don't know if he's a patient or not,
Okay, well, we ain't going into the weeds. Shantae,
right?
you got something to say? Let me hold on. Let me see what the people are saying. I'm sorry, y'all. We didn't got away.
I told you I ain't finna argue with Mr. Keller tonight.
Did the federal government test raw? Okay, so Mark Quinn K, yes. And you just saw no, the federal government didn't test him. They took the doctor's testimony. Okay, and you saw
Oh,
it came back negative.
but
Then
I,
he told Kells to get medical help,
but
but
check this out.
still
Check
need
this out. Check this out though.
wait, wait, listen, let her finish. Now
That
hold
damn
on.
federal prison did.
Then he told
I'm thinking on
Kels
Valtrex right now.
to get medical help, but he still sent the meds. Now what about that?
Hey,
Herpes
the
is a
federal
virus.
prison bureau tested him.
You know how many people still want to sleep with people with herpes? Everybody know
Yeah, Sky.
NBA YoungBoy got
Sky,
herpes.
one of them.
Oh, I didn't know that. NBA YoungBoy, I didn't know that. He was never diagnosed with the herpes officially, though. Potential wording, man. Yeah, he wants to play games with the words. Okay, I want him to play with me. Okay, don't play
Nigga, I'm
with the words.
telling you what they said verbatim out their mouth. I ain't playing no
That's
game.
not his patient. This doctor was working for concert tickets, doing underhand. Right, that's what I'm saying. He wants me to say that this is
I
his
don't want you to
patient.
do nothing. I'm telling you what he said. I'm not. Don't
Kels,
shoot the messenger.
that's not what he said. Even when I read it, you still not listening. I read it with you on here. And I said,
He said
what?
he informed his patients to do. Did
I
he say that?
informed, right. That's in general. You're not
Okay.
telling me exactly that you told Kels to do this.
He is his patient.
He's not his patient. If
Okay.
that's
Well,
the
then
case,
none of the case.
how come?
No,
Okay, let me
if he's
make a
not his
point.
patient, why is he
If
seeing him?
that's the case, how
What
come?
makes somebody a
Hold
patient? What
on,
makes somebody a patient?
hold on.
Let's get. Hold
Let
on.
me
Hold
say
on. What
this.
makes somebody a patient? What makes
It's
somebody a patient?
somebody that you go to, particularly, that's your
We've been
general
going to him for
practitioner.
years. And you've been
Okay,
going
it
to him
sounds like
for decades.
he called him to get a script. Okay.
So,
That does not mean that's your doctor. Okay, your general doctor. I could
all right, so
call,
let's break this down. Let's break this down. So we said that Valtrex is right.
hold on.
Valtrex is not only used for herpes.
It say
It's used.
Bacillinator. It
Okay,
say, hold on.
okay, same thing. Just
Bacil, yeah,
same thing,
not
same
core.
shit, different
It
name.
say
That's probably the
Bacillinator
generic
or
version.
something. Okay, there we go. That's it.
Okay, that's
Bacillinator. I'm
probably the
smart.
generic version.
I'm smart.
So,
Okay, go ahead.
listen. So you saying that it's used for chickenpox
Shingles.
and shingles and herpes, right?
Okay.
I think other things too, but that's what we know.
Yeah.
Have anybody ever had the chickenpox before?
Yes.
How about you, Shata?
No, I haven't.
Okay. How many times, Scott? You had the chickenpox before, right?
Well, I'm
Yes.
gonna say I don't remember. I gotta ask my mom.
Okay. How many times have you had the chickenpox?
I had it once.
Was this something that was reoccurring every month for decades?
No. Mm-mm.
Shingles don't happen.
But shingles is
Okay,
reoccurring if you
listen.
ever had
Shingles.
chicken
Okay,
pox
hold on. So let's go to the shingles. Let's go to the
because
shingles.
it's in your.
Shingle.
You know how
I got you. I got you. We're finna cover the shingles. I got you. Shingles happen later on. We much older. When you elderly. He's in his fucking what 20s, 30s? In 2000. How old is he in 2000? 30 something? Shingles happen when you are elderly. So we can rule out the shingles because they ain't old enough yet. We can rule out the chickenpox because chickenpox don't happen every month for 10 years. So it only could be in one other thing. Herpes. Is common sense common?
Oh, nope. It's short. It's short. You almost made me cuss. It's
Just
short.
go ahead.
It's
Say it.
definitely not coming. The phone
Say
don't
it.
seem to be free.
Don't curse.
Now I want to use the F word. I was finna hit you with the F word. So I would encourage. I'm just trying to read ahead just so I can see what this is saying. I think you mentioned. Okay, this is what they calling this Valtrex. It's antiviral agent.
Now, if you really want to get
So wait
into
a
it, we
minute.
can go
It's an
with
antiviral agent
so,
of.
so you know they brought a specialist on.
It's a
Have
version
you?
of that. Okay, so Valtrex is a version antiviral agent. What's that mean?
It's
Is
just
that
Valtrex is just a different. You know
it
how you
says it's
have
an antiviral agent of
Tylenol. They all
vasectomy.
do the same shit. Like you can have fucking Tylenol, fucking or let's
Okay,
say
it's the generic.
Advil,
Okay.
ibuprofen,
Yep,
and you know they all
he said yes, it's the generic name.
right.
Okay, wait. Mention them. It's an antiviral agent. So Vitrex is
And
the
and we got to be so clear on this.
okay.
You can have herpes, and that don't mean you're going to spread it to the next person. You have to
Well,
be
what
in a breakout
that's not what
to
he's
spread
charged
it.
with. That's not
Huh?
what he's charged with. That's not what he's
No,
charged
no,
with.
I'm just talking in general. I'm just talking
Okay,
in general.
let me just
Yeah,
let
that's
so the
true.
people
For
know.
people that think that even if he do, I'm just saying, let's allegedly, quote unquote, if Mr. Kelly do have herpes.
He do.
Okay, but people talking like everybody he lay down with, he done spread it. No, you don't spread it like that. You only can spread it when you're in a breakout. Now,
I agree.
if you being treated for it properly, you're not gonna have breakouts.
That's what the specialist said. They brought a specialist on for them, and they that's what they said. But they
I
say
don't
even
know.
though after the they say even though after the breakout, like it still can be like it gradually go away. Like let's say like the breakout is over with, like you
But
still can do it
yeah,
and
but I'm
just
sitting here
gradually.
reading, right, but I'm reading this. It said this is
But it
often
can be dormant.
recommended for people
Well,
who
that's
experience.
what happened with the chicken pox. It gradually went away.
It can be
But look,
dormant,
they say that
like
the
for a minute in your
medication is
body.
also, I'm reading it right here, it's also, um, let me read it all the way. Okay.
Mm.
This about the medication Valtrex. This is often recommended for people who experience frequent or severe recurrences or would like to reduce the risk of transmission to a sexual partner. So that sounds like to me, it said if you taking the medication, you're reducing on being able reducing the risk of spreading it. That's what they're saying.
And also,
Okay,
and this is what I'm looking for, because
but that
uh
but you that mean you also have it though,
Elvira
and you're trying to
quoted
reduce
that
the
he didn't
risk.
even have his records.
Well,
So
I'm talking about the medication and the purpose it for it. I'm not saying Mr. Kelly got it. I'm talking about Valtrex right now.
I'm saying he got it.
I know you would say that. We expect you to say that, Mr.
Let me
Kelly.
ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you his attorney, right, and you have these claims that he gave people herpes,
First of
when you
all,
just give
go ahead.
let me finish. When you just give him a herpes test and show people that he don't have it, so he can't give it to you because he don't have it,
No,
and
because I'm not
it's
going to.
impossible for him to give you something that he don't have. Here's the results. Drop these charges. They couldn't do that because he had it.
Well, I don't. Even if he did have it, it's not life threatening,
And
and he shouldn't be
we didn't
incarcerated
say it.
about it.
We didn't say it was, but it's a violation of fucking law.
Well, I'm gonna go all the way back to square one with all of this, from the sleeping with underage girls to passing out venereal diseases. You got a lot of efforts to lock up if you got that man locked up on this BS.
Yeah,
How many women done been burnt? That's the street name for it. Who done been burnt?
they never
A
get
whole lot. And
they
how many
never
niggas done went to jail for burning them? None. So I don't want to hear it.
they never get everybody. Never. It just never happened. We're
Mr.
gonna real.
Keller, they only got one person. That's my problem.
I
I'm
don't know
reading
about
this
that.
right now, and it's basically saying that he changed
You talking
his
about they
script.
never get everybody. They can't never get everybody. It's too many to get. But it ain't fair
Right.
to have one person either.
I don't know if it was just he the first person.
Okay, let me say
We
this. I
don't know
want to
I
that.
get this
never in
on the
my
record.
52 years heard of nobody going to jail for spreading herpes. Never.
Right, but that
Me
don't mean
neither.
that it didn't
Let,
happen at
let
all.
me get
That's
this
because you
on
never
the
heard of it. I
record.
mean, it didn't happen.
I
Okay,
don't care if it did. I
but
said he
also
shouldn't be
this
in
is
jail for it. Ain't
hold
nobody
on,
else in
y'all.
jail for it.
Hold on.
You might got herpes and don't even know it.
Okay, hold
I
on,
don't got
y'all.
no
That
herpes.
stuff sit in your body for years before you know it.
I
Okay, hold
bump free
on. Hold
over here.
on. Hold on.
And one more thing, the doctor not gonna test you for it on GP either.
This is the thing right here, because I'm reading this and it's saying that he changed his script to give him more appeals, and it said that he basically stated that he didn't tell him while he was prescribing all of the refills at once. So he is giving him this medicine, and he's not even telling him why he's giving him so many pills. But it's looking in here, because I wanted to see what Elvira was saying about he didn't even have his records. It appears that they don't have. Let me see. You were both
Well, they didn't start keeping records. It was a period where they didn't have records, and he was saying they didn't do electronic records or some shit until some date.
Photograph.
So in 2000 and whatever, no, they didn't have it. It wasn't until they had to keep records electronically.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and this is what I want to say too. I hear you guys' argument, but it comes down to his attorney. Bonjean did bring up the point that Chi-Town was making in the fact that she states that it was very odd that they charged this colored black man with this charge. She even mentions that she is not even aware of anybody else who has been charged with that.
Here's why. Okay, so here's why. Here's why.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you why. Here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have to. So here's what they do. They do whatever the investigation, right? And now after everything is completed, they say, okay, how can we charge him effectively and make it stick? So they have to bring in a herpes because of the RICO.
Okay, now I will give you that.
They have to put that in,
okay,
because of the RICO. Now, when you look at what the time that he get for herpes, I think it's like three months or something.
Okay,
it's nothing significant.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Let's look at this. Now, we had this argument earlier, and they were trying to tell me that just because this whole thing with the mind is not a big issue, and that's a goddamn lie. She is the star witness deemed by the prosecution.
She's not the star witness.
Is the star witness because
she's not the star witness.
The charge that carries the weight is the solicitation of the minor.
No, the charge that carry the most weight is the RICO.
Right, I understand that, but
that's 20 years.
I'm saying within the RICO, if you break it down, the solicitation of the minor.
No, because with the RICO, they have all these predicate acts, right?
Right.
And they only needed to prove 2 other predicate acts. Okay, I'm trying to show you that she's not the star witness, because even if they didn't prove none of her shit.
Star witness. This is what they have in the testimony.
I'm trying to
Bible testimony.
I'm trying to explain to you that if none of her shit stick in the RICO, if none of Jane Doe 5 shit stick, this star witness, if all her shit was not proven, the RICO still would have been proven, because all they needed was 2 predicate acts. They got the first listen. They got the first. Let me give you the first one. Let me give you the first one. The first predicate. Before they even got to Jane, I'm talking about before they got to Jane. Listen to me.
In all this minor talk,
before they even got to Jane, before they even got to Jane, before they even
weak-ass RICO.
Okay, listen to me. Before they even got to Jane, they already proven the bribery. After the bribery, they was proven. It was proven. They
didn't prove no bribery. When did they prove the bribery? They ain't proved no bribery.
Okay, so they have this sheet that they gave to the jury. They said only thing that wasn't proven was Sonya. They proved everything else.
I ain't got no mods in the case in here. YT, you got a wrench?
I don't got no wrench. Give me my wrench.
I need y'all to block these. Anybody coming in here, block them.
Give me my wrench.
Don't let nobody come in here saying no stuff about nobody.
Who talking
I ain't got no mods in here. Hold on. Let me check my phone real
quick. Give my wrench.
We ain't doing that. Y'all done let somebody come up here and get nutty. Hold on. Let me see who got wrenches up in here. Hold on.
Give my wrench. I got it. Give my wrench.
Okay, Chi-Town got it. Okay.
What they say? What they say?
You might be blocking people. Just harassing Chi-Town.
Oh
Okay.
no, no, I don't need no ranch. I ain't gonna use it. But
Oh, I can't see. I couldn't see it. Okay, so on here in the comments, I can't see that you blocked it. Okay, so Chi-Town got it. Okay, go ahead, Keller. Hey, Miss
dang, I forgot.
Booty. Hold on, let me see if I missed somebody.
I forgot what I was talking about.
YT. Um,
Oh, okay. I'm talking about the Rico.
I don't got
Okay.
one on this channel. Give me. I thought I gave you one. Okay, hold on. I swear I thought you had one. Okay, hold on. Let me get her. Okay, YT, I just gave you one.
So I think they have 14 predicate acts, right?
Uh-huh.
Out of the 14 predicate acts for this Rico to stick, they need to prove two out of 14. They proved 13. So the first one that was
Oh,
proven,
okay. You got two channels. Okay.
the first one that was proven was the bribery. This way before they even got to Jane Doe shit.
What are
Second
you
one was
talking about? Bribery?
you don't even know what he went to jail for. Oh my god.
No, they didn't prove that.
They
I
did
think they
prove.
charged him with that, but okay, we don't believe that
They did
they
prove it.
proved that.
It said
No,
they got the list. They
because
said
Demetrius flat out said Kels
I'm
had
not
no
talking about
knowledge
what
of
you
that.
believe. I'm not talking about what you believe. Because
I'm
what you
not saying
believe,
what I believe. I'm saying
I'm talking about what the
we didn't prove
jurors believe.
it.
I'm talking
Okay.
about what the
All right, what
jurors
you
believe.
believe. Okay. All right. Okay,
The
but once
jurors
again, we don't need to go through all that. This is what I'm telling you. Without the sexual exploitation of the minor, you're gonna say we got bribery, herpes, and the Mann Act, and
no,
then the
no, that's
forced
not what
labor.
I'm saying. That's not what I'm
That's
saying.
weak. You all needed Jane Doe. Quit trying to minimize her being a minor as a factor. She was the goddamn star witness. That's what the prosecution called her, and that's what she was. They needed Jane Doe. Quit trying to act
When they
like
call
y'all
her
did
that?
not need her. Y'all
When did they
needed
call her that?
her. You might have still met the charges, but it was gonna be a flimsy ass, weak ass case.
When did they say
Get
she
out
was
of
a
here
star
with that,
witness?
Kelly. Y'all need to stop that.
Okay, when did they say she was a star witness?
Get the
I never saw that.
let's go to the let me see. Is it in these transcripts you sent me? Let me go back.
Oh God, you don't even know where it was at.
Hold on. No, that's where we read it from. It said, hold on. You
Okay,
help
all
me
the
out.
thing
Help me out. Where's Jane Doe's testimony? Since you know this shit. Where
I
was
don't
her
know.
testimony at?
I
You
don't
don't know
know.
where it's at? Hold on. Let me go
It
back.
don't matter. It don't even matter.
But yeah, that's where we got that from.
What's
They
going
said
on?
she
What's
was
going on with the what's going on with the uh uh uh, uh New York's thing?
what you mean?
Um the appeal.
We still waiting. Waiting for I guess the prosecution to respond. And I believe that was
When
moved.
does it due?
Um, I don't know when it's due, but I believe they reported they moved that back to July. I don't know if they asked
Damn.
for an extension, but it got moved
Oh
back.
shit.
They pushed it
If
back.
they move that shit back to July,
Yeah, they pushed it back. So I don't know if they asked
government
for more time.
government finna get in that ass.
Man, y'all don't be coming with shit.
If they move that shit back to July, that
It does.
mean I
And once
need
again, it's a
that mean
persuading argument.
that mean that I
It's
finna
no. It means
get in
y'all
that ass.
scrambling. You guys are scrambling for words, and you're trying
Every
to find something to talk about. And I'm just saying, why
but
stop
here's I
trying
think
to act
here's
like
why
y'all
here,
didn't
here,
need. And I
here's
want
why
to get this
here's
point across to you. Hold on. Don't stop acting like y'all didn't need Azriel being a minor in this case. You all see everything outside of that. That's a weak ass case. So please stop trying to get us to believe y'all didn't need her to make this goddamn thing strong. You might not have
well
needed it to stick,
I'm
but
not
you needed it
saying
to
that
be
I'm
stronger.
not saying that we don't need
Okay.
her. Of course
Okay. Okay.
her testifier is gonna be that much better. You
Okay.
missing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is even if none of her stuff stick, that she due to she read the stuff concurrently, it still would have been the same time because the RICO alone is 20 years by itself.
Um,
Was it
yeah, I
20 or
was
30?
reading what this was saying. I'm sorry. Right. But okay. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Okay. And you're right. The RICO is the weight. I believe what came in second
That's
was the sexual exploitation. Third was the Mann Act, and then fourth will be the herpes. Can we agree to that in regards to the strength of the
I
charges?
don't know. Well, I'm just saying that the RICO is the problem.
Yes, the RICO is the problem, but it's not the problem because Bonjean addressed that. She clearly identified how they were not working in concert. They did not have a common goal. She breaks it down, and I'm going to be going over that too. I'm going to finish reading the appeal too. So we're basically waiting for the prosecution at this point. But did anybody else have any questions? And I'm glad you sent this because you got me going through here. But I want to find Jane Doe. How do I do that search? Hold on. Let me see. You know they call her the damn star witness. You know these transcripts better than all of us.
I don't care what they call her to start or what they call her. What I'm saying is, if you call her the star witness, then she need to carry that weight. She don't carry that weight because even if none of her stuff is sticks, it still don't do shit. It still that Rico's still there.
We're not saying the RICO is not there. I'm telling you, in regards to weakening it, it damn sure is weaker without her. And that's what y'all is never gonna get around. We're not saying it don't stick without her.
It's weaker without. It's
We're
weaker
saying
with a lot of people. It's
it's
not just
weaker
her. It's
without her.
weaker without Geronda. It's weaker without all the people who came up there.
Okay, wait. Do you remember? I see Geronda's paperwork. Okay, wait. Here we go. Jane. And I went right to it. You see how I
It's
got
weaker
work.
without faith. So I mean,
Okay, wait. Jane Cross. Hold
of
on.
course you want the victims to testify because we saw how that worked out in '08 when the victim didn't testify.
You got me going back because I want to see where the hell they did say star witness.
You
And
the one said that shit. I didn't say that shit.
no. And I it's here. I just want to reconfirm. It looks like I'm gonna have to go back kind of far though.
Oh boy.
So her testimony is around 11:22. Okay, so I could actually go back and read it. Um, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back pretty far. All right, you guys, what we looking at it on time? Okay, we over 2 hours. You got any closing statements? Anybody in the chat want to
Nick,
come up? I think I put the link in there. Anybody else want to come up? Anybody got any statements or?
well, star witness is not in nowhere in the transcript. I just did a keyword search
Oh, this is what I was
on
gonna ask you. In regards to the father, okay, the jury is still out, and I'm not excluding him completely. He knew, and he was there because he had the lighting contract, correct, for his daughter to be there. Okay, so he
beware
knew his daughter was meeting R.Kelly. All right, can we agree to that?
to beware.
On stage,
Well, they all knew because they both knew because she got a ticket to go backstage, so they knew.
right? Okay, so now let's go
They both knew.
forward. In the text
Don't got
message,
nothing to do
there
with no
were
lightning.
comments like, don't include your sister in the chat. Then they were making sense. I got to go back and read because they were saying things like, your father's about to bring you something. Don't tell him this. You see what I'm saying? When they making comments like that, but then they also saying he's about to bring you something. It was something else that was said that made me think that he was there and present,
Present where?
like
I don't see
knowing
him nowhere in these text
what was
messages.
going on.
I don't see him nowhere in these text messages. Nowhere.
You don't remember when
Uh,
they said your father's about to bring you something? I think the ice pack
yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah, but that don't mean that he was in the text message. When I say he's not communicating. It's
No,
the
he
only
ain't
only
communicating. No.
people I see communicating is the mother, her,
Yeah, he's not
and the and
communicating.
the and old girl who buy the tickets.
Yeah, he's not communicating, but I'm saying the mentions.
Okay, that's because you mentioned somebody. That don't mean nothing.
All
They
right.
mentioned a lot of people.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold the jury out. I'm not completely ready um
I
to
think he found out with us when it comes to this shit.
that's what somebody else said. They think he found out with us, and then but I don't know. I can't conclusively say it until I finish reading all the text messages. But we'll have the jury out. So you
But the
got
mama ain't shit. I can say that. Mama ain't shit.
yeah, she's just really I really wish we could like somebody could
I
have
don't
a real
understand her. Like
honest conversation
she's
with her.
even telling her like what that things that go on between her and her father. How she ain't happy and
Yeah,
all this shit.
she
That shit
dog walked
weird.
her. That is weird.
You don't have that
Like, why
conversation with
are
your
you
daughter.
telling your daughter that? That is weird. That was very weird.
She's sexually frustrated and all this shit.
Yeah, you tell your daughter. If my mother came to me, Keller, and said any of that, I would be mortified. I promise you. We didn't have conversations, nothing about sex. Nothing. The only thing she told me is don't come in this house with no baby. Because if you do, I'm taking your car. You're gonna have to get on the bus, take that kid to daycare, and then you're gonna have to take that bus to go to school, and then you're gonna have to get on the bus to go to work. That's the only conversations
You
we had.
you'll let Kales get you pregnant.
Hell yeah.
What?
Get what is the song with 50 Cent?
Wait,
Make
wait, 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 wait,
baby
wait,
make
wait a
me a
minute. But we
millionaire.
just read all this Valtrex stuff. We just read all this stuff about him
Gee,
taking Valtrex.
and I'm gonna get some Basilicor. Wait, what's the main one? I'm gonna get some. No, I'm gonna get the Valtrex, and I'm gonna be a millionaire. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
you'll let him give you herpes.
That don't mean he gonna give me herpes because he had sex with me. Chi-Town just
Uh,
explained, and
but
you just
you in the risk of
explained
getting it. But what I'm
there
saying
is,
is,
and he
if
just
he
took
have an
the test
outbreak,
showing that he
so
wasn't
listen
active
to
at
me.
the
Listen
time.
to me.
So that's a
Listen
gamble.
to me. If he have an outbreak, you is.
I'm taking $1 million gamble now. And plus, now that I know, you think I ain't about to do an eye test? You about to use me? I almost used the N word on you. I'm whipping it out. I'm doing a test. Let me see. Let me
Uh,
get my
I knew it.
microscope.
I knew it.
I'm checking it out. You think I
Yeah,
ain't about to get
y'all.
why do you want the thoughts in the case only to get the money and have the fun? Why can't I get a piece of the pie? Huh?
You
Why
gonna get a piece of
can't
some
he?
bumps. You get some pieces
There's
of.
nothing proving I'm gonna get that. That's not saying that. Well, me,
You.
let me put it like this. We're not talking about million. We're talking about millions. Everybody got a price, Keller. Nobody's gonna tell me if you name something that you don't do. I could come up with a price that you'll eventually meet and do it.
Nigga, you gonna get this, you gonna get split the
Everybody got a
money.
price.
You gonna split the money that motherfucker his wife getting. You ain't getting no millions.
Oh, hell no, no. We get millions. Cause let's not get it twisted.
So his
Okay.
wife getting millions right now.
Are you trying to tell me? And I want an honest answer from you. If Kels gets out tomorrow, are you trying to tell me that this man does not have the goddamn earning potential to make millions?
He can make millions if he don't get out.
How you
He
figure?
got the because he still his his catalog is still getting played right now. He
Yeah, but he's
wrote
not
for a
getting the
lot of people.
proceeds of it.
He have written for a lot of people. So
But
he
where's
have
the money
potential.
going?
Listen to well, you got to pay a lot of motherfuckers too. So, but what the point I'm saying is, regardless if he's getting it or not, he have the potential to make millions now. All motherfuckers got to do, if y'all want some real fans, is fucking stream his motherfucking music on repeat.
Oh, we've been doing that.
There ain't
But
enough
my
of y'all
thing
doing
is,
it.
To my understanding, he's not getting the money from these streams. I
No,
thought Sony was getting it.
no, he's getting. He has a lot of people that he has to pay. He got fucking. So that's why he's not getting it.
Oh, you know what? And which one did she? Okay, she didn't overturn the charge with the landlord. She got the charge with highly reversed, right? Wasn't that
What you
case?
talking about?
To my understanding, Bonjean got one of those trials either postponed or canceled. I think it was highly.
Well,
not the landlord, because the landlord, I don't think they can
that's because
reverse
they
it.
said he wasn't served or something, right?
I can't remember the reason, but
Yeah, so that was why. So all she
okay.
did was delayed it. So what they gonna do is just make sure he get it. He said he never got it.
Okay,
When he
yeah, but
came,
then he needs to have representation.
so
Okay.
no, the reason was he said he never got served. He never got the paperwork.
For
That
Holly.
was the
What
reason.
about for the landlord? Did
I
he
don't
get the
think it was for
paperwork?
Holly. I think it was for
Oh, it's not her?
I forgot who it was for. But all she did was delay it because all they're gonna do is just reserve him
Maybe
and
that's
make sure he get it.
it was an H name. I thought her name was Holly. It's the light-skinned girl. Haley. Is it
I didn't
Haley?
know it was her. I didn't know if it was her or not. I thought it was somebody
Okay.
else.
I can't think of her name.
Was it Heather?
Heather, that might be it. It was an H
Yeah,
name.
because
Okay. So
but
basically, the
yeah,
landlord charge is still dead. He still got to pay the landlord, but the other charge with the lady is delayed. Heather Williams. Thank you, YT. So
but it's just all she did was delayed it. So I mean,
yeah, but I'm
you
saying
delaying the inevitable.
no. I mean they gonna fight the charge. What you mean delaying the inevitable? And you saw
That's
that
all.
these judges ain't giving out this restitution like cotton candy now.
Well, I don't think they shouldn't. She shouldn't have got it because, and that was the right choice because you're not in therapy.
Nope.
None of this shit.
No, and that's why we know they're not victims. See, this is the stuff that we want you all to
They
realize.
are victims. They are victims
They're
because
not
they got
victims.
victimized.
They didn't
Yes,
get
they are.
victimized. How'd they get victimized?
Okay, okay. R. Kelly is a victim. He right.
Yeah, but he was
Okay, he
taking
never took
no.
therapy
Let's
for
be
that shit.
fair. Hold
He
on,
never took therapy. He never went to go
hold
seek
on,
counseling
hold
for that
on.
shit.
Let's talk about the difference.
No,
Two
no, no,
separate
no,
things.
no. So are you saying
No,
that
no, no,
because
no. Let me finish. R. Kelly was really a minor.
he
Okay.
was too?
No, she
She
wasn't.
was too.
He was really, and I shouldn't even say he was a child. Okay, he wasn't even a minor. He was a child. Okay,
He's still a minor.
when he
Still a
was
minor.
taking against his will. Keyword. There's a difference between willing participants and
And they got herpes
taking
against their
against
will.
your will. Okay,
They
two
got her.
separate things.
They got herpes against their will.
We don't know that. As far as we know, they could have gave it to him. They could have came to the scene with it, and that's another thing. They didn't get
But
tested
the
prior
doc,
to coming to
you
him.
don't see. You don't see
And
nothing. You
hold
don't see
on,
they doctor saying that they told them.
them thoughts wasn't virgins. They was already good, clean jump offs when they
You
came to
don't
the
see
scene.
their
So
doctor
you
saying
don't
that they
know
told them they had herpes, but you see his doctor saying that.
because they couldn't. Whenever you have a victim, they're not gonna let you further quote unquote victimize them by getting their medical history and discussing their sexual partners. You know that.
Don't got nothing to
I
do
would
with
love to read that
discussing.
information.
Don't
Okay.
got nothing to do with
Yes,
discussing
it
their
does.
partners. Their
It don't.
partners. That's not
Yes, it
discussing
does.
their partners. That's just showing that.
Yes,
God
it
damn it, you
does.
had this shit before he had
Sexual
it.
partners does show something. That shows that you are not
No, that's not what I'm telling you. What I'm actually, what
what?
I'm saying is,
What?
if they are able to show in their records that they had shit before he even met them, that's not disclosing their partners. They just showing that you had the shit before he met them.
Okay, this is what I'm
Therefore,
saying.
therefore, you don't know who gave it to who,
Right, but this is what I'm saying. We weren't
who
privy
exposed
to
who.
any of that information because what to my understanding, based on the law, whenever you have charges of any sexual charges and you're a victim, they're not gonna make you disclose Any of your sexual partners, any of your sexual
I'm
history,
not telling.
any of
I'm
your
not.
medical records.
You're right.
Okay.
No, I don't know about the medical records. I don't know about the medical records because
What,
Faith got up
okay,
there and
so
talked about her medical.
name one person
Faith
that we
got up
got
there and
medical
talked
records
about
in
her
this trial.
medical records. Hold on. Faith got on the stand and talked about her medical records.
Yeah, but they didn't say show them. She could talk about what she wants. I'm saying, did they bust out and be like, oh, no,
They
ma'am,
did.
on page 19 right here it says, hell no, they ain't do that to
No,
her.
they didn't. They didn't do that with his medical records either.
Right, but I think they could have because he's
They
the,
did. They did. They didn't.
you know why? Because I don't think they had him. I think that's what
They
our
had all of
Bible
their
says.
records. They put them in. They put them in a. Remember that sheet? Remember that sheet? The discovery sheet where they showed
Yeah,
everything that they had. They had all their records, and they said medical records for everybody.
right, but they never disclosed them, correct?
They did talk about not in court, but they had it
Okay,
because we
okay.
saw
So
the
they
list where
had
they
it,
had it.
but they, okay. I give you that. I'm not going to fight that. I just know I don't remember nobody saying on page 19, it shows here that you had a pap smear and that you're not a virgin and that you were penetrated when you were 15. Like that's the type of stuff I'm talking about. They didn't let you get the
I,
truth willy nilly.
okay,
But we ain't gonna beat a dead horse.
how do he get around these tapes?
What tapes? The 100 devices y'all kept saying that was
The
hearing
tapes
ain't.
with Rashana. The
Where
tapes with
100
Rashana.
devices at?
How do he get around these tapes with Rashana?
Where the 100 devices at?
The shit government got them over.
Okay,
It's
now
not 100.
what
It's
tapes
over
with
100.
Rashonda? Where's the tapes with Rashonda? Where's that at?
The tapes where he was knocking her down.
I
How
don't
do he get
remember
around?
no tape.
How do
Oh,
he?
you talking about you went into the Chicago trash, so you done spun me.
Right? How do she get around that in the appeal?
Who said she was bringing that up in the appeal?
Well,
We
I'm
haven't
saying,
even
how
had
can
the Chicago
I'm
appeal.
saying, I know, but she haven't did it yet. But how do she do it?
Let me tell you this. Somebody told me today, and it was shocking to me. They stated that Living Weber charged Kels for something that he thought that he did. So basically, they're saying Living Weather felt that he. Oh my God, what did they say he did? Living Weather felt that. Oh, Living Weather felt that he was guilty of the obstruction and conspiracy, and they're stating that he gave him 9 years for that. And my response
So
was, he wasn't found guilty.
limit weather don't determine.
Wait, hold on.
Limit
Let
weather.
me just tell you what happened. So I responded. I said, well, he wasn't found guilty of that charge. And they said in a federal case, even if you're not found guilty of the charge, the judge could still sentence you for that. Now, what you think about that?
Okay, so limit weather wasn't the one who determined.
Okay, get the likes up. Get the likes up. I'm about to check it. I promise y'all I'm about to check it. Get them likes up. I need 20 likes.
Limit weather don't determine wasn't the one. Now he can over jury, but he didn't.
Uh-oh, you went
So
out for a second. Say that again.
he can overrule the jury decision, but he didn't. But the jury was the one who
But I
made
think
the
he did. They're
he
saying that he
didn't. He
charged him.
didn't. He did. But but he did.
You're saying he
His
didn't do it?
he didn't. His ruling was based on what the jury found him guilty on.
Well, they done told me a
I
lie.
mean, his sentencing. I'm sorry, his sentencing.
They told me they sentenced him for obstruction,
That's
even though he wasn't found guilty for it.
no. When he did his sentencing, he said exactly what he's sentencing for.
Oh,
That's crazy because it's in the transcript. He said exactly what I'm going to give you this for this time and this for that time, and we're going to run this currently.
I know, no problem, Shot Town. I'm glad you came up. Hold on, let me check these likes real quick. Okay, I'm looking at 13. Can I get 7 more likes, please?
I'm
Please and
begging for
thank
these
you.
goddamn little likes.
Let's press these likes, get the like what they say, get the notifications out, get the algorithm going.
Don't give her them funky ass likes.
Let me get them funky likes. Okay, so you got anything else that you want to include?
Hell no. Fucking free.
We going over what you gonna say?
Free
Free
ever.
Kels?
Free
Is that what
free
you gonna say?
Evernotti. Free
Oh, you was
Evernotti.
gonna say free Kels.
I was. No, I was gonna say that just to make a joke. But free Evernotti. Shit.
Not free Evan. Wait, I thought Avenatti was out. Avenatti not out.
I thought he was out for that fucking
That's what I thought. I thought he
only for
busted his
that.
line. They ain't
I thought he was only out for
the COVID, the
that
convoy.
COVID shit. I think he's back in there now. I could be wrong.
Oh, so you saying like they gave him a break and then put her back in?
Well, he had what I don't know shit. I don't know.
We'll find out.
He had no bail, right?
Bail. Did he get
I,
bail? I
I
think he
don't know.
did because I think people was arguing. They was mad about that he got bail.
Okay, I
Yeah,
thought he was back in jail.
he might
Or he
be.
was only out until his trial or some shit.
Well, we gonna look into that and
I
see what
don't know
we got
shit.
going on. All
Free
right, so give
Evernotti.
your closing remarks. So we done went over the 2 hour mark, but I like the conversation. I'm glad you came up. I haven't heard from you in a while. I'm glad Shot Town came up. I like the discussion we had, y'all. And yeah, we done beat the dead horse on the herps. And we went way into the weeds.
Now,
You know,
when you really want to get into it, when you get bored and you really want to get into that shit, listen to the specialist. That's gonna really fuck you up.
which
Uh,
special?
They brought a specialist on.
Okay, that's probably towards the end, ain't it?
Yeah, that's the way I think. Yeah, that's way towards the end.
Now wait, are we still talking about the therapist that did the mental health test on
No,
him?
we're talking about the herpes. We're talking about the herpes.
Oh,
They
okay.
brought a herpes specialist on.
What you saying they were saying?
Yeah, he broke all that shit down.
How it works and everything?
All that shit.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll read it, but yeah, I want to go back and finish going over the appeal and the text messages, and then I'll be up to date because
Man,
we
fuck them
being
text
told that more
messages.
text messages.
Y'all acting like them damn text messages is goddamn it the key to his fucking.
We not acting like anything. Y'all not acting like y'all act like the transcripts is the Bible. So why we can't act like the text messages is the Bible? See, y'all want to be able to do what y'all want to do y'all way, but you don't want us to do it on our side.
First of all, the transcripts is the Bible.
No, they see that's the problem. No, they not. The
Because
transcripts
here's
only
why.
tell you what happened in court. They do
That's
not
why it's
tell you
the
what
that's why it's
happened
the
in real
Bible.
life, and
And
they do
that's why
not
it's the
tell
Bible.
you a factual narrative. So no, they are not the Bible.
And
Okay.
that's why it's the Bible. Because it's
No, they
gonna
not.
tell you what transpired
See,
in court of law.
that's what y'all want to believe. What you mean according to the law? That's not according to the law.
I
The
said in a court of law.
only
I said in a court of law. In a court of
oh,
law.
okay. Yeah. I'm about to see. That's what I'm saying. Y'all act like that's the Bible. And
The Holy
understand
Grail.
this.
Holy Grail.
It's a tamper Bible because the girls were sitting up there lying on the stand. I don't want that Bible. I wouldn't want no Bible with no line jump offs in court line telling stories. No, thank you.
Man, proof
So
is the proof.
ain't no proof. That's their testimony.
And we
Okay.
got over 100 devices.
Please tell me where they are. Where
Government
are the
got them. Shit.
weapons? You sound like Bush. Where are the
Wh-
weapons of mass destruction? They might take my whole channel down for that. Where are the what do they call it? Weapons of mass. Where the WMDs at? Okay, that's what we want to know. We still looking for that. The man that sent us into a war and they ain't even had no damn devices and shit.
Shit, over 100. Shit.
We still ain't seen a boy.
They
Y'all was
played some of them. They played some of them in New York.
yeah.
They didn't
Well,
play all of them.
if you had 100,
They said they was
why
gonna
you
use
ain't
all
play
of them.
all of that?
Man, shit, you beat it all day.
And that's what we'd have been because I would have ran a marathon on y'all if I had
But
all
they
that.
played some of them.
Oh yeah, that's the bad act evidence. Thank you for saying that. They sure did. That was part of the bad act evidence. Bringing up stuff that ain't even got nothing to do with the case. And then somebody brought up something. They had That's what they said. That they got a video of him yelling. When the hell is it a crime for him to yell at somebody? Like, are
It's
y'all
not.
for
It's
real?
what he was yelling about. Like you forcing somebody to do sex acts, and you
Come on.
gonna get in there, and you gonna look at the camera, and you gonna do that shit right. Come on now, you can't do that shit.
Why you can't? Because guess what? If they
You
weren't
weren't
willing,
looking.
hold on, let me get it on
You
the
weren't
record.
looking.
Hold
Now
on.
you get in that room.
If they were not willing participants, the fact that they were there means they were cooperating. Okay. So
No, he
yelling at
said you
them.
owe me this. He said you owe me this shit. He said, "Now you."
Okay, but let me tell you something. If I'm there and he told me that, Skylife, I'm Chevrolet, shifting my left foot, then my right foot. And I'm getting out of there. I don't care what you talking about, Kels. I'm gone. They stayed because they wanted to do that shit. Y'all not gonna convince me of nothing else.
So if you wanted to do it, why you not looking at the camera and acting like you enjoying the shit
Because you
and
don't know
crying and
what to
shit?
do until he yells you the orders. Okay, now once I yell you the orders, what did they do? They did it, didn't they? Did he have a gun to their head?
I don't know if they did. He just said that he said that I had to go back and listen to it. And
Oh, they did.
he said something about you gonna go in the room, we're gonna do this shit over because you fucked it up. You weren't looking at the motherfucking camera and this and that.
That's a crime because he yelled at them about messing up his movie. I don't
Uh-huh.
understand. Y'all be
If they don't want to do it, if they don't want to do, you
that's
can't
not
force them.
saying that they don't want to do it. That's just saying they needed some
Well,
guidance
I
and he was
think they
telling
said
them
they didn't want to do it. They said they didn't want to do it.
why they ain't go home.
What'd you say?
Why didn't they go home?
I don't know. Shit, maybe they was
Okay.
scared
If
that
you
they'll get
really
their
want to
ass whooped.
go home, then go home. If you don't want to do something, you don't stay there. You leave.
Check this out. Have you ever had a dead end job?
A dead end
A
job.
job
Yeah. And guess,
that wasn't
yup.
gonna go nowhere, and
Yeah.
you knew why the fuck you ain't
I
quit?
gave them the dirties. I did quit. That's what I'm
Why the
telling
fuck you
you.
ain't quit?
I gave
Do
them
you
the
know any?
dirties
Do you know
immediately.
anybody? Do you know anybody that's in a very toxic, abusive ass relationship that is just constantly getting their ass whooped and they still there? Shit like that happen.
I had a friend like that.
Okay, so the reality is it happens. Now you can say, okay,
Yeah,
why the fuck
but
you
okay,
just?
but this
No,
this
wait, hold on, Sky. Now you can say that, okay, why you ain't just get the fuck out of there? The reality of the situation is that shit. Even though you should, people just don't do that for whatever reason. It's a lot of reasons. It's not just one.
okay, but this is what I'm saying. Just like a
Do
crackhead.
you understand that? You understand that?
No,
Oh,
this is my response.
so you don't never.
Just
You just
hold
said
on, let
that
me
happened.
tell you. You ain't let me respond. This is my response. Just like a crackhead, okay? Eventually you're gonna hit rock bottom and you're gonna then go to rehab. Okay. So the way I look at that scenario, until it gets so bad and unbearable,
Well,
you don't leave. So
well,
that's
and that's
letting
what
me
happened.
know that they weren't in a situation that was so bad and unbearable because they were still there. They were still
Okay.
taking his 5,000 a month. They were still taking money from him. So you can't
Mm,
tell me that the man is abusing you and
okay.
you still taking
Here's
the
what I'm
money
saying.
from him.
Here's what I'm saying. It is plenty of people. You just say you know one that
Used
are
to.
in.
I don't deal with
Okay.
nobody like that no more.
Okay. Well, you used to know one
Mm-hmm.
that was in a toxic ass situation
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't leave. It happens. Why they
I'm
didn't
not
leave?
gonna put that on
Hold
him.
on,
I'm not putting
hold
that
on.
all
Wait a
on him.
minute, Scott.
They was both toxic.
Hold on. Why they didn't leave? It has a lot of probably a lot of more than one reason why. And there's no cookie cut answer to that. But the fact remain is it happens. You
I'm
may
not
not
saying it does.
understand it.
I'm
You
not
may
saying
not understand it. It defies logic to you. I get it. Me
I'm
too. But
okay.
the reality of the situation is it happens.
Yeah, it does.
All right.
But you're not going to make me think that that's something criminal when that's just basically relationship
That is criminal. You say for
behavior.
somebody to have sex against that what they call that, what they
And
call
that's
that
why,
shit.
and this is the problem, Kelly, what I just explained to you. You
That's
know,
criminal.
you
That's
know
criminal.
somebody is paying you $5,000 a month. Let's cut the shit.
If you
You
force
giving them
somebody to
some
have
money.
sex against their will, that's criminal.
No. You're not listening to what I'm saying. You are taking the money for what? Do you think he just giving you $5,000 because you look good and your wig is cute? Is
We
that
ain't
what
talking about no.
you
We
believe?
ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that. I'm saying so. It's been plenty of situations where they had threesomes, and they said, "Well, did you want to have a threesome with this person?" And they said no. Or why did you? Because I would get my ass whooped.
Okay, I might give you that one, but we
That's
don't.
what they said. Don't give it
Okay,
to me.
but guess
That's
what?
what they said. That's
Hold
what they
on.
said.
Okay, but let me get my point in. I might agree with that because they might have just been there to have sex with Kales and maybe not no extra people that's a throw in. But this is my thing. You can't dictate what's gonna happen when you taking somebody's money. If somebody is paying you 5K, you gonna shake and move how I tell you to shake and move. Okay. That's the territory,
Well,
that's
well,
business territory.
with this
And hold
particular
on, let
tape,
me
it
finish.
wasn't.
Man. Let me finish. And with that being said, you want to do a partial. You want to pick and choose what you want to do, but no, this is my money. And for me giving you this money, this is what you got to do.
So
So guess what? If
this,
you don't want to do that, shift your left foot and then shift your right foot.
so this particular situation that they played, this particular situation that they played on this tape wasn't about them giving them no $5,000. This was about a Rolex being stolen, and guess what else being stolen? Sex tape being stolen,
Okay,
and
guess
that was their punishment.
everyone, and that's the and see, she done hit it on the point. Everyone has choices, and they chose to stay. You damn right. I did it in my video today. YT is on point. Okay, this is my thing. This
Wait,
young
wait.
lady
Let's talk about choices. Let's talk about
chose.
these choices. Let's talk about
Okay,
these
but
choices.
understand this. Let's go to the watch. You stole my watch.
And it's not only the
Okay,
watch.
now let me no. Let's kick the ballistics. Hold on.
That's not only what else did they
Hold on.
steal?
Okay, right. You took a sex tape and you took
Okay,
my Rolex
okay.
watch. Rolex watches is let's say 10K and up. We don't know if he had the diamond one, which could be 100K. We don't know. So let's just talk. Let's kick the bobos for a second.
If she gave it back, is that stealing?
No. Hold on. What would a real guy, a street guy from Chicago, do to her if they did that to him? Are you telling me a
She's a
regular
sex
guy
tape.
from Chicago? Took his wasn't it Diamond Bandit, his Diamond Bandit Rolex, and one of his
We don't
sex.
know. We just said a Rolex,
Okay,
but
give me her. Okay,
she said that he left it.
regular Rolex. What are
We
you
don't
going,
know.
Keller?
Okay, she
No. I
said
need you to
she
go with
said
me. Listen,
she,
what would a regular guy on the street do if you took his Rolex and his sex tape?
uh be, get your ass whooped.
Okay, so how come when R. Kelly is allegedly doing that, but he don't want to beat you down. He wants you to do a sex tape for him. How come you can't take a lesser
Uh,
consequence? Because real talk, they
okay,
would have found your body in a Bobian wood somewhere stinking. That's what really
so
happened to you. But Kels don't want to say that. I mean, I'm sorry,
so
Keller don't want to say that. They'd have found your body somewhere. So he wants her
okay,
to
so
make a
what
sex
would you
tape. So
do?
now it's a
Okay,
problem.
listen. What would you do if
Well, first
somebody
of
stuck?
all, why the hell did you
Oh my,
take somebody
oh my God, oh my God.
watch and
Can I
come
get my?
back? That's
Can I get my?
dumb.
Can I get my? Let me answer my question.
Okay. And I'm gonna ask man right behind it. See, now we gonna go all the way to 3. Go ahead.
What would you do if you found out somebody stole a sex tape of you fucking a minor? What would you do?
it don't even have to be no of a mind. You take a sex tape of man, we got a problem. I'm
Okay,
getting my lick.
I'm talking about with a minor though. I'm talking
Get my
about
lick back.
I'm talking about with an underage minor.
I'm getting my lick back.
What you gonna do?
I'm not gonna disclose on here, but I'm getting my lick back.
Okay.
And if you take my Rolex, I'm getting my lick back +3.
She
Okay.
brought it back though. She brought it back.
Okay, now let's talk about it. Why? If I'm the man
Well,
who
she
abused,
said
wait,
she claimed.
no. Let me finish. You said yours. Let me say mine.
I'm answering your
How
question.
come if I'm the monster man who beats y'all and makes y'all do sex tapes against your will, why would you come? And you know you stole my watch and my sex tape. Why did you come back to me?
Okay, now she claims, and
Mm-hmm.
she didn't say this on the stand because she never took this on. She never
Did you all hear
took
what
the
he
stand.
said? She never took the stand. She pump
She
fake,
did take the
acting like
stand,
she
so
was
I can't
sick,
say what she
and
said.
never took the stand.
Listen, she said this. I'm just giving you what she said
Okay.
outside of oath,
Okay. Okay.
because she didn't take the stand. She said that that he left the watch in her hotel
Okay.
and he never took it.
Okay.
When she took the sex tapes, she was taking it back because he was paying for it for it to, I guess, be brought back to her or some shit to him. And she brought fucking tapes and the watch back.
Okay, but
And he
that
got
we
upset.
know is in contradiction to, like you're saying, that wasn't under oath because we know that
That's
that's in
why I said that to
contradiction
begin with.
to.
I said that
Yeah, I know
this
you
is on
said
Black
that, but I'm
TV.
saying I have
It's
to
on Black
let
TV.
people know that based on the testimony of the guy who was searching for the tapes, that what you just said is in contradiction to that because the guy that was looking for the tapes, he's the one that said he recovered it or something. Okay, go ahead, Kellum.
Well, it was more than one tape. So he recovered the tape, and then she had the Keith guy also had tape.
Was that her ex-boyfriend or something?
I don't think they just messed around. I don't think they was like boyfriend like that.
Okay.
I think you're talking about
Oh,
Damon
yep, I
Pryor.
remember that. They said he was trying to get the tape because his wife was on it and
You
he
talking
beat
about
the
Damon?
charges
That's
for the
Damon
wife.
Pryor. You talking about Damon Pryor? That was she was married to him.
Who? The wife?
He- Damon Pryor was Lisa Van Allen's. They was married at one point, I think.
Right. I was reading what Chi-Town was saying. Chi-Town was saying that R.Kelly wife was on one of the tapes. That's why he was trying to get the tape back. And she said he
That's
beat
what
the
they
charges
said.
for whatever reason.
That's what they were saying that, but it wasn't the wife. It was Rashona.
He said that.
Rashona
I think that's
testified that she never did shit with the wife.
oh, she said, no, I'm not talking about RSK. Oh, okay. Okay. So I'm just saying her behavior is weird. You leave, you come back, then you get on the get in the court, you pump fake. First of all,
This whole case is weird, man. This
you
whole
say
case
you
is
don't want
just.
to go to court, then you go and pump fake that you hyperventilating and having
I'm
anxiety.
not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. Well, they said that the tape that they played her.
Oh
I
God.
guess they was gonna play it.
And it was
In
gonna
court.
trigger her.
Now listen. The tape that they played her, they played it to her before she took the stand, and
Uh-huh.
she said she never seen it. That was her
Uh-huh.
first time seeing that,
Uh-huh.
and from when it happened, and it fucked her up. That's why she didn't take the stand.
Oh,
I would have gave her ass a Zandy ass put her on the stand. Me personally.
she said,
Uh,
Andrea, yes, I was. I was not talking about no Damon Pryor. Okay, she was
uh,
talking about Andrea.
oh,
So
okay.
you saying the tape that they showed her, she trying to say it caused her to have an anxiety attack.
She said the government said that she's not going to come on there because they showed her that tape and she had a panic attack. And that
Oh
was her first
God.
time seeing that tape
Of course
since
they
it
gonna
happened.
say that. Oh
She
God.
she was scared to come on there, and I guess when she came on there, they was going to play the tape while she was on stage. So they showing her like, okay, we're gonna show you what we're gonna play while you on the stage. And she said that she had a panic attack, and
That is
well,
just some
I
bull.
think Kanik would have tore her ass up. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, Candace was ready for her. And she knew it. But my thing is this, y'all, this is the
Mm,
worst case ever in life. Like I have never experienced any case to this magnitude. The levels of bullshit are so many.
But you going real quick because you going into something else. I just want to stay here real quick.
Mhm.
I think the government knew that she was problematic too, and that's why they did bring her on the stand. Because if they really could use her, I believe they would have convinced her to take the stand,
Yeah,
and it would
because
be
there
like
was something,
they would be like, "We'll work with you. We're gonna take our time and
you know
take it
why?
slow." They knew that cross
Remember, she
examination.
got caught lying because she got caught in a lie because
She
they
got caught
asked her,
about
I
her
think about
age. Yeah.
her age, yeah.
Yeah.
She got caught lying about her
So
age.
they already had to change it, right? So
Yep,
they already took her off as
as a minor witness.
this is with Illinois, even though this is not New York, they know this shit happened in Illinois.
Yeah,
So they are probably knew like, okay, yeah, we already had to change some shit up on your ass. We would probably be better off not even bringing your ass up. So I think it was more strategy than anything.
yeah,
And they
I
showed that, well,
agree.
all right, we just gonna say this is a panic attack because she probably gonna
Because
do
she
us more
saw the
damage.
tape. I would have said that too. I'd have been like, she saw the
Well,
tape,
I
freaking out.
believe Kanik would have tore her ass up.
Yeah, Kanik was ready.
I
He
don't know
was.
why motherfuckers be hating on Kanik. Kanik,
Well,
in
see,
my
because
opinion,
I'm not saying nobody was hating on him. This is the problem. Kanik did not have a law firm. This case, this guy is a well, he was a multi-millionaire. He is a mega superstar. Okay. And the
he
amount of
handled
charges and the amount of allegations. Hold on, Kelly. Let me talk.
to
Let me give you the
Sachi
heat.
6ix9ine shit.
Hold on. The amount of charges and the amount of allegations that they had to go through, one man and his buddy is not going to do it. You need a law
He
firm.
did 6ix9ine shit.
Hold on. A law firm is able to uh is needed to handle this case. It's too many moving parts, it's too many witnesses, it's too many uh co-conspirators. You got people not being charged, you got people with immunity, you got a federal case, you got a state case, you got another pending case in Minnesota. One man and his buddy is not doing it. I'm sorry. It's just not. He needed a law firm, which is what he has now. The only thing that I wish is
But
that
everybody he
he
did have a
could
firm
have
then.
learned from day one. We wouldn't even
He
be
had a
here.
firm then. He had a law firm then.
Who had a law firm?
All his attorneys have firms.
Yeah, okay, but
Kanik
how
got a
many people
firm.
you got? I'm saying law firm. Okay, so let me speak properly.
Kanik got a firm.
I'm
Motherfucking
saying you
Nicole got a
need
firm.
a law firm with multiple people working for you.
Yes,
Okay?
and he had that in New York.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Who how he
Bonjean has
did?
a team of what, 5 people?
Everybody got a team.
That guy walked in the court with him and some other guy holding a
Okay, that's
notebook.
because you don't see them in court.
No,
Everybody,
no. I need
listen to
you.
me.
You got to. You better walk in
Walked
there
in
like
court.
Cardi B
Listen to me.
walked in with her
Listen to me.
5 and 6 attorneys sitting at the table.
Bozier walked into the courtroom with her and one other person. That doesn't mean she don't have a team because they didn't go to court. It was her and another white
No,
lady.
it was
Two
some more
people.
people there.
No, it was her and the white lady. That
Oh,
don't
I
mean she
think
don't have no
she didn't
team.
do New York. That was Chicago. Okay.
Do you the Chicago? She came in there with her and the white lady. I was there,
Right, but there
but
was
that
other
doesn't mean
people.
she.
There was
That
other
don't
people
mean that
with
she don't
it.
have a team. It's
Right, but I'm
because
saying when you look at what the people that she's with, it said Bonjean law firm and group, something like that. Like
All of them have a
no, they
firm,
didn't have that.
an
That's not what it
associates,
said. It said law firm.
or
It didn't say law
or
group.
it may
All
say
that
from that, or may say something in the associates. It's all the same shit.
other. Okay, well, whatever. Can it? I'm not
All
saying
them
nothing bad
attorneys
about him.
have a team
I'm
behind them.
saying
Every
he didn't
last
have
one of them.
enough time to prep for the case, and
That's
he
what
just
they
didn't
say.
have
Though. I
enough.
mean,
He didn't have
it look
enough
like
people. I didn't see nobody say nothing in court but Nicole during the opening statements, and Kenneth took it all the rest of the way. Okay.
yeah. It's just, in my opinion, I would love to see what Greenberg was gonna do.
And I'm gonna tell you
That's
this. I don't care what nobody say. You do not. You do not, and I don't care what the situation is. You do not get rid of your SME. Greenberg had been R. Kelly's attorney for many, many moons. Okay. How dare you not have him at least having a seat at the table? I think that was atrocious. I think that was poor judgment. And he shouldn't have never been able to get to be booted. And
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I think. What happened?
what?
Greenberg looked at everything and realized that it's just certain things that shit we're gonna have to concede to.
No,
It's so much.
Greenberg, I think
Listen
he
to
said
me.
he
Listen
couldn't
to me.
handle it or something. That's why he
Listen
brought
to me. Listen to me. I believe Greenberg approach was to minimize the damage, not get rid of the damage,
in.
to
That's all you
minimize it.
can do is mitigate.
And I don't think he wanted that. I think he wanted him to fucking get rid of all of shit, and he couldn't. And I think that's what he bumped
Well,
his at.
see, well, listen, let me talk to Kels and be real. Kels, money talks and bullshit goes somewhere and sit down, sir. When you ain't got no millions where you could, and I'm saying it, pay these judges under the table and pay these prosecutors and line them up under the table and all
To
the
do the
bosses.
shit he did in '08.
Hold on, let me finish. And all the bosses and the people that need to be lined up, brother, bruh, you going to jail. And that's
I
just the
think,
bottom line.
I think that's why he in there now. His money right
I
now. You
know
got to
that's
pay.
why he in
You
there.
got to pay to play. You
You
got to pay
got
to play.
to. And and I said that from the beginning. When I saw them blocking his money, then when we found out he ain't had none saved up, I'm sorry, the writing was on the wall. And if you understand law and politics, it's quid pro quo. He ain't got no money to play the
They
game.
didn't block it. They stopped
You
it.
going to jail. You're going to prison.
They
Okay.
didn't block it. They didn't block it. So I think he was living like, even though I think he was living like, normally we would say check to check.
He
But I
was
think,
because his check was 4 million. Okay.
so normally we would
Understand
say, hold
his
on, hold on, hold
regular
on.
check was 4 M's.
Wait a minute. Let
So
me say
he's
this.
okay.
So normally we would say we live in check to check, but when he was living concert to concert, and they stopped that, and that's what fucked him up.
Right. But this the thing. Once that child support situation kicked in, that's when he really got messed up because to my understanding, he was still getting 4 million a quarter. So
No,
he
once his concert stopped, and he
yeah,
have no more revenue coming in, it just
yeah,
go
but wait a
downhill
minute.
from there.
Wasn't he still getting that his royalty check though? Wasn't it
Yeah,
4 million?
that was like a million a year,
Okay, so
over a
a
million.
million. I thought it was 4 million a quarter.
They said it was like a little over a million a year, still to this day.
Okay, so he ain't even getting. Okay, so it was
Let's
400
be real though.
k
If we're gonna be
a month.
real,
Okay,
if we're gonna be real,
a month.
his music
Okay.
his music was diminishing. Like
No,
back in the day,
diminishing. He
listen to
wasn't
me,
doing it because
listen to me, listen to me. Back in the day, and I was fucking R. Kelly fan. Back in the day, like when them 12 plays and 2P2s and Black Pan, I think to me, Black Panties was probably his last best album. After that, I listen to albums and it's like it's only like two or three on there. And I used to be able to listen to cover front to back.
I'm gonna tell you this, and I had a conversation with somebody about this, but Kels was jumping off. Okay, he stopped
What you
doing
mean
his
by that?
music and he was jumping off thoughts. Okay, once that happened, and see, understand this: for the money he was making a year, a year, I could live off that. But understand, when they stopped, like you saying, his concert money, then he had that child support issue. All
Well,
that was he lost
the
control.
child support issue shouldn't have been an issue if the money is coming in.
Right, but something happened. Didn't they? Something
The
happened.
money,
Wasn't
the
it the landlord
concerts,
issue?
the concerts was diminishing.
They stopped
That's
the
what happened.
concerts. He had a
Right.
judgment from the landlord, and then he had a judgment from Heather.
So what I'm saying is, had his concerts and his tours been on point and never stopped, that wouldn't have been a problem
Oh,
because
I
it
see what
never
you're saying.
was.
So
It
by
never
them,
was. So it's been plenty times.
so
This
they
he been on child
sabotaged him.
support. So he been on child support. He been paying alimony. He's
Yep.
been paying hush money. It wasn't until he couldn't do it no more, and it started with the concerts.
Yeah.
So
So
once
me
that
too.
stopped,
That was
because
you're
he's
right
living,
because
he don't have shit say he living concert to concert.
yeah, but and then they did illegal. They sabotaged him, which was illegal. They didn't have no right to stop his money like that. So they was
Well,
engaged
they
in
all they did
illegal.
was protest. It's not illegal to protest. It's your God given right.
No, they protest. They did. They called
That's
and they
not illegal to protest. That's
yes,
not
it
illegal.
is. If you're not letting nobody
That's your
cross the
right. That
line,
is your right. That's your constitutional
yeah,
right.
but you can't stop somebody from crossing the line going to the concert, and that's what they did.
No, they just picketed. They didn't stop nobody from going nowhere. They
They
just
was not
picketed.
letting the people get into the
No,
concert.
that's not true.
Yes,
That's not true. That
that
is
is
not true.
true. That is
That is
true.
not true. They did not stop nobody from going in there.
Okay,
All they did was go out there and picket.
we gonna have to agree to this
And
one.
they did physically. That's illegal. They went to jail.
And
Can't
no, they
stop
wasn't going
nobody.
to jail because the agenda was to shut R. Kelly down. Didn't nobody go to jail for
So
making
what
that
happened
fake ass
was,
documentary?
well, what
That was a
happened
bunch
was
of
the
lies and
venues.
bullshit. Who
What
went to
happened
jail for
was
making a documentary? That
what happened
slanderous
was
piece of work.
what happened was the venues didn't want that outside their venue. They said it was causing too much commotion, and they basically started canceling shit one by one.
Yeah, well, I'm saying this. It was illegal.
And
It
then
shouldn't
you
have
have
happened.
people calling in the radios that was once his fans said, "Don't play that shit. I don't want to hear that."
And
And
that's a
he
damn
had,
fact. Those was Me Too people posing as R. Kelly fans because as you
regardless,
see now,
regardless if they was
his
Me Too,
fans have tripled and
regardless.
quadrupled since he has been in prison.
Regardless of who it was more people calling in saying don't play it than it was people saying playing it. And as a
Exactly. You're right
radio,
about that.
hold on, as a radio company, you're going to contribute to your listeners because they are how you get paid.
Nah, you a
R.
chaos
Kelly
hater,
did. R.
and
Kelly did.
you
Uh, uh,
going with the people. They
R.
had no
Kelly,
business. They should have followed the law and been like, this man has not and has some morals and ethics, and understood that this man hasn't been even fucking charged. He made me use the F
he
word.
did.
He
He did
hasn't
an
been
interview.
charged yet. So why are we gonna make our own judgment like we the judge and the jury and stop this man money when we don't even have a relevant basis for it? And if you
So
gonna
he
say
he did he
documentary
did a
for it,
he did an interview saying that the only people that could fire me is my fans.
you damn
And
right.
well, that's what happened.
No, that's
You
not
had
what
people
happened.
calling in saying, "I
You
don't want to
had
hear your
people
ass no
from the
more."
Me Too movement
That
posing.
was once fans.
No, they weren't once.
Okay, regardless, they was once fans of
They was
his.
not once fans. Them people
Yes, they
came
was. Everybody was fans.
and
Everybody was
no, they
fans.
wasn't. No, they wasn't.
Everybody.
They ain't like him.
I
The
was
boy
once
that
fans.
Russell, he took him
I was once one of his
and
fans.
ours.
I'm saying I don't want to hear shit.
He didn't remember down the concierge. They did not know what the royalty was from the month. Yeah, he did say that. They stopping his money. He was right. So that's right. He has a right to make a living performing his job, and that is illegal. Posted up with that man, place of business, causing Yes, commotion. You damn right that's illegal. We ain't listening to
It's
none
not
of these.
illegal.
Okay.
It is not illegal to
It is
protest.
illegal. You cannot
No God given right.
prevent somebody from coming into a venue.
They did not prevent nobody from going
Yes, they
nowhere. They
did.
all
And
they
you
did
are
was
not
take it.
supposed to stop that man money. You have no business stopping his money, making calls to stop his money. You have no right. You have no just cause, no probable cause. You ain't got shit. You should not be doing that. That was wrong. But bottom line is this. Um, he did not uh he did not
So
have the money. Therefore, he couldn't line up the people that needed to be lined up. Hence, Kels had to go to jail. Okay.
your First Amendment right is you have the freedom to uh uh you have the freedom to express your beliefs, which is protest, as long as you do it peacefully.
Okay, now let's stop playing. If you want me to sit up here and think that they peacefully protested, okay, we gonna have a misunderstanding.
I never saw any incidents where it was
You ain't never see them yelling at the top of their lungs, mute R. Kelly.
yes, that's part of the
Okay,
protest.
so let's stop.
That's freedom of
No,
speech.
you said as long as it's done in a peaceful way. Them people, I would have been
Yeah.
scared to cross
Okay, because they
picket line.
yelling doesn't mean nothing. That's called freedom of speech.
No, that
That's your
means
right.
that
You
means
can
you
yell.
are acting
You
in
can
an
say
irate
you can say whatever you want to say.
manner.
You may not like it. Now you may not like it.
You're scaring the public. You're causing a public frenzy,
So
and
so
I'm scared. So I'm not crossing the line to go to this concert because I might walk across the land and they might shank me in the back or something. I don't know
so
what's gonna happen.
doing the George Floyd protest when people were saying I can't breathe, they weren't whispering that shit.
They wasn't stopping nobody's money neither, were they?
They weren't whispering that shit.
Well, they weren't stopping
You
nobody's
yelling, you
money.
yelling that shit.
Were they stopping somebody's money?
That's the whole point.
But I mean, let's be real though. Let's kick the ballistics. Let's kick the bubbles. I would have been scared to go and cross the George Floyd
Back,
line. Okay,
back
them
in the
people weren't
'60s,
playing. Them people was picketing, burning shit, flipping shit. They came to send it up. I wouldn't have been out there with them.
back in the '60s, when they couldn't ride on the back of the bus.
I'm
I mean,
talking about
when they only could ride on the back of the bus. I'm
I'm
sorry.
talking about
Listen
today,
to me. Listen to me. I'm making an example.
2023.
I'm
I've
giving
been
you an
black all my
example.
life, and I would have
Give
been
you an
scared to
example.
attend the George Floyd protests.
Okay, listen to you. I'm giving you an example. Back in the '60s, when they was only able to ride on the back of the bus, they started boycotting the bus. It's fucking up their money. Is that illegal?
Started
Was that
boy.
illegal?
They what?
When they boycotted riding the bus?
Yeah, that's
Back,
illegal. You can't
it's not
stop
fucking.
nobody money.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Boycotting is illegal. Oh my
Yeah, you
god.
can't. I mean, you how you gonna
Oh
stop
Jesus
somebody's
Christ.
money? They wouldn't have stopped
Oh
my
god.
money though. You know what I'm saying? I promise you, you wouldn't. Y'all wouldn't be standing on my bus playing no games, huh?
Motherfucker can boycott your business. It's not legal just because they boycotting you.
Yeah, wait. I'm talking about physically
And now somebody
hindering
physically
people,
saying, if
physically
somebody
hearing people,
physically,
hindering people from getting on my bus
that's
is
different.
stopping my money.
Yeah, that's different. Now, somebody physically, if you got a place of business and somebody is physically
Yes, they was
preventing
terrorists.
somebody, if somebody is physically preventing somebody from going into that goddamn concert, yes, then that's illegal. But that did not happen.
Those mute R. Kelly people was definitely terrorists. They was terrorizing the community. They was
So you saying they
terrorizing,
physically prevented them from going in there?
preventing them, terrorized
Show
them.
me one article. Show me one article that say that.
What you mean? Show you one? I ain't gotta show you one article. He ain't
You,
make no money. He ain't make no money because wasn't nobody in the goddamn concert to pay to get paid. What you mean?
here's what you said. You said that they physically prevented them from going inside. Show me an article, one article that says that.
I don't have to show you an article.
But where you getting it from
Let's
then?
do basic math.
Where you
Okay.
getting that information from?
R.Kelly doesn't have any money. If
That don't mean
R.Kelly was
that don't
able
mean
to
that
do
they
concerts, he would
physically
have
prevent them
what?
from going in. That
Money.
doesn't mean that they physically
Okay.
prevented people from
That
going
doesn't
in.
mean that they weren't going in, because if they don't go in, he doesn't get paid.
I said
Let's
physically
do
prevent them.
the equation in reverse.
I,
Okay.
I said I said physically prevent them from going in.
They physically prevented them from
Show me
going
one
in.
article that says that.
I don't have to show you no article.
Well, where you getting
It
it
was on
from?
the news. I was watching the news.
Okay, if it's on the
You
news, you
watch
should be able to
that.
pull it up.
They were walking in front of the venue. You could not even get to the doors of the venue.
No.
Okay,
So
which one?
you
Let me
only
look
can
up.
protest on the public
This
sidewalk.
one I'm gonna do. I'm
That's
gonna go pull
trespassing.
up some of the old clips of
You only
of
can
the terrorist
protest on public
protest.
sidewalk. And
And
if you want to do it on the street, if you sometimes you have to be on the street, you have to get like special
they was
permission
blocking the door,
and have an
yelling and
escort.
screaming, and scared the poor people to come to the concert. And the people were so scared they ain't even asked for their money back from the venue. I mean, it was pitiful.
Well, physically mean like, God damn it, I'm snatching you from preventing you physically from going in, not scaring you.
If you're blocking my entry, that's physical.
That didn't happen.
That did happen. They was walking in front of the door, blocking the
You can't.
egress
That's trespassing.
and ingress of the
They
building.
got to stay on the public sidewalk. If they're not on
Says
public
who?
sidewalk,
Not unless
that's
the police didn't see you, you didn't do it. If the police not out there enforcing it, and they weren't, they let them people do what they want to do. What you mean? They gonna stay on the sidewalk? Says who? Cause you said so? No, that's not what happened. They was walking in front
no.
of the door.
The property owner. Once you come on their property, they can
Property owner
trespass you.
wasn't there. He was scared too.
It's the venue. What do you mean? It's the
He was
venue.
scared too.
The
He wasn't
property owner is the venue.
about to tell no irate color folks that you need to go get on the sidewalk when you trying to kill and terrorize the community and R. Kelly. He was scared. The owner was scared. Okay.
Well,
Well, I'm going to bed. You to have me stay on here for 3:20 what? What's your
right.
final comments? And yes, say free kills at the end.
Free Avenatti.
You a hater. All right, Keller,
Free
thank you for coming up.
Debo. Free Debo.
No, don't play like that. Don't even say that name on my channel. That's not funny.
Okay, say names.
Take that back, G. I'm serious. Don't say that
Can't
name
say
on my channel at all. I promise you. Nah, we finna fall out over that. You already
Okay.
know. We
I
falling
don't know
out over
shit.
that.
I don't know shit.
You do know. You do know.
I don't know shit.
You know. You know. That is not funny, G.
That's hilarious.
You already know I said don't nobody get no free tick over here. And you know, nah, see, we'll argue tomorrow. Don't worry, I'll call you tomorrow. Thank you for coming up. We will argue tomorrow, though. All right, take care. He knows Chi-Town. He know better than that. He know what happened. He saw my laugh playing with me. I'm gonna let somebody get some free tick on my channel, man. We definitely arguing about that. That is, as soon as I get up, I'm calling him. I done got mad all over again. The audacity. See, I was good till he brought the name up. Look, don't and all right, y'all, let me get out of here. Also, and I'm gonna have to start advertising this for anybody who has a channel or wants to create a channel, or a business. I do websites, and I also do make thumbnails. I don't know if you guys noticed, but on my channel,
all of the thumbnails that you see, I make those myself. Okay, I design those myself. If you want thumbnails made for your channel, or really any type of graphic design, I'm able to do that for you. And if you have a business and you need a website, I also make websites as well. So if you would like either of those, and I have to remember to advertise this, you can contact me. I'm putting my email address in here. Let's see, SKYYE. Yeah, he getting cussed out for that. He is getting the cuss out for that, Kelly. I'm getting your legs for that. skywinds@gmail.com. If you're interested in having thumbnails made for your channel, for YouTube or Facebook, any social media account, I can make a YouTube. I can make graphic designs and banners for it. Just reach out to me. All right. She said that's why Clan will stop DNA. I promise you. Like, people just don't understand. I don't like nobody to lie on me, man. I don't. And then the audacity of the people doing it. Like, I was okay. Like, real talk. Like, he really just struck it up. Like, I'm really irritated again. Like, the audacity of the people that did it. I'm not even going to go in. I'm not going in. I'm not going in. I'm not going in. See, Kelly, I'm getting your legs. I promise you, I'm getting your legs. You shouldn't even have struck it up, man. I was good, happy, kicking, and he done just killed my whole spirit. All right, you guys. We had a great conversation talking about Kels. We talked about the herp virus. We proved that there was a test done and Kels was not diagnosed with the herp. I'm gonna give Keller his piece. The doctor wrongfully concluded that he had the virus. However, I did not see anything indicating that he directly told Kels to tell his partners. Now, I did read where the doctor told him to wear protection, wear a condom. Okay. What else did we talk about? We talked about several topics. We talked about the text messages. We talked about my point in the question I'm leaving on the table. Why did the mother of Jane Doe number 5 send her daughter back to R. Kelly, who I call Kels, after her daughter allegedly told him that she was 17. Okay. And you guys are going to have to go back and get the beginning of the case. And I did a little summary to create some foundation for people who may need it. But that's it. I want to say thank everybody for coming. Thank you all the subscribers. Thank you for everybody who moderated. And I am going to have something special for the ones who I see moderating and really actually putting forth some effort and support my channel. I'm going to have a little gift for y'all. But once again, okay, I did my advertisement. Earlier, I did a video on choices. Make sure you guys go back and watch that. I need you guys to help. Go back. Even if you don't watch the whole complete video, go in, hit the like button. I want to try and get the subscribers up. If there's some topics you want to talk about, let me know. Because we already started talking about a couple of sitcoms and reality TV shows. Of course, we got R.Kelly, and I got to do I got some information on what, the puppies in regards to feeding the dogs and some different things, vitamin supplements that you can get them. What else did I find out? That's pretty much it that I can think of right now. So you guys maintain. Go somewhere and be great. Okay? Like we used to say it back in the day, drop that zero, find you a hero. All right. All right. Good night, Shatan. You have a good night. And Shatan, we getting Keller. He done came in here and really he done cut a rug at the end. Like he done cut a rug. But it's okay. I'm gonna get him tomorrow. But I appreciate Shatan for coming up. Appreciate Keller for coming up, and anybody else that came up, you are appreciated. All right, you guys, let me get out of here. As always, do everything in God's divine order. Do everything in the spirit of righteousness to make sure righteousness prevails. Always know Sky Life loves y'all.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.